Buenos dias. Cenat does it again.
Ooh. Ugh. Uh-oh. Once you open Pandora's box, you cannot close it. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get... Drake is getting sued again. Drake out here collecting lawsuits like infinity stones, and I ain't gonna lie to you. This is crazy. The irony of you going through all of this right now. The way that nobody's going to be on your side and you can't have any sympathy because now the rabbit got the gun is crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start, hip hop always wins. Yes, sir. Link in the pinned comment. Go grab it. I'm saying gentlemen about Kendrick defamation. Well, UMG. See that Drake is, it's a mission statement. Ladies and gentlemen. Now, I see that Drake is trying, they're talking about appealing the Kendrick defamation, well, UMG defamation case, whatever. We already knew that was coming. I'll have a video probably about that tomorrow because a lot of stuff. But as I sat down to do that video, I literally saw this post where Drake just got another lawsuit. Drake, Aiden, and Stake, or is it just Drake? Yes. Aiden Ross, Aubrey Graham, Sweepstakes Limited, Aiden Ross, and Aubrey Drake Graham. Wow. I said during this whole beef, I said, bro, Drake, you're setting a crazy precedent, right? Now, this case is about gambling. It ain't got nothing to do with hip-hop. It's about gambling. It's about promoting gambling to, people who may possibly not be legally able to gamble, kind of grooming people into gambling, whether you did on purpose or not, but mainly for not disclosing certain things, whatever. You can go check out my other video about that.
Let me know if the audio is all right, if I need to put my microphone up or down.
But I said, bro, the precedent you set as being the sue person, you got to understand that if this ever comes back to you, you look crazy, man. You look crazy. This is on you. This is on you, Walt. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? I ain't even here to try to destroy you. But I'm just being all the way honest, brother. This on you. You gonna have to carry this one by yourself, man. You have to carry. Like I said, I don't know if they have a great case, but I ain't gonna lie to you. This second case, there's a lot. We're gonna talk about all the different gambling things that are getting class action lawsuits right now. And if you don't think it's because it has to do with that Chauncey Billups, Terry Rozier, Gilbert Arenas stuff, like the block wasn't going to get hot, it was. Let's go ahead and get into this. According to Daniel Walsh, which is the person that now he's really covering all this stuff, and I'm checking to him. I guess it's not according to the page, but he's got where it's from. He said, breaking news. Drake has been sued for a second time this week. October.
Remember I said on the last video, I said, if what I'm reading in this lawsuit is true, then Stake is going to go bankrupt. I literally said that because they're gonna open themselves up for lawsuits by everybody. I'm like, if this go through, I'm gonna file a lawsuit. Shoot, I'm gonna start suing in a minute. I'm like, if that's the case, then yeah, I've been illegally propagandized too by Drake. I need $100 million.
Is looking like an awful month for Drake. You had 2 lawsuits, yang, out the giddy up, yang. You got your case dismissed and embarrassed in front of everybody, yang. Woo!
And don't forget the leaks. Think about it. October is supposed to be Drake's month. His case got dismissed. He got hit with 2 cases right before the month is over. Cases that might have huge implications if they're true. And the leaks right before his album. Oh.
Woo! Maybe November. Remember November?
Yeah. Maybe November would be a better month. Oh, yeah. Next week will be much better, trust me.
I ain't even gonna steal this joke because I saw Certified Boogeyman I saw a tweet where somebody said, dang, October don't seem like a great month for Drake. And then Certified Boogeyman, who's a Twitter page, he said, Well, shit, maybe November. Or maybe she said November. Then he goes, no VO. No VO?
That was all right.
Yeah, and it's like if Drake wanted anybody on his side or thought anybody was going to be his side, absolutely not. Besides the fact that morally there's people who stand against this and believe that this is what Drake was doing. People have been said this. So this isn't just like people jumping on a bandwagon and hate Drake. People have been said this. Kendrick said it. You got a gambling issue. People said it. I said it in Document 79. This isn't before all these lawsuits came out. You a degenerate. I said that. Like, it's all this stuff. So let's go ahead and for his role in promoting the online sweepstakes casino website Stake. Stake is cooking everybody. The class action lawsuit filed in New Mexico State Court seeks to hold Drake personally liable for class members' gambling losses. Now, like I said, that's why I said I don't know how much legs this really has or this will have because, I can see lawyers finessing their way through it. Now, Drake's lawyers, after that UMG case and trying to appeal, I don't know, but so I can see that, but it's more.
Yeah, Drake's lawyers might want to put that UMG case on the back burner right now and get busy on this. I'm just saying, because like I said, if that one case in Missouri goes through, they're opening themselves up to so many lawsuits that I'm about to sue. All right, I'm gonna sue for sure if that lawsuit goes through.
About the theme of what's going on, not necessarily exactly. It's more about just the optics. It's more about, wow, you was Lobbery, you was Supac. Now you getting hit up. That's a bar. That money. And I'm not even here to dance, celebrate the moment. I'm just here to go like, Lord have mercy. Sometimes if you believe in religion, or you believe in the universe, whatever, God, the universe, or whatever you believe in has to have a sense of humor. Because are you serious? Are you serious? The timing is insanity, brother.
Somebody is trying to ruin Drake. I said that. I don't remember when I said that, but I did say that a while. I'm like, no, somebody is specifically trying to ruin him because there's too many bad things in a row. It's too many bad things. We got to take it easy now because there's something else. This is crazy.
Insanity. Okay, so let's get into this. State of New Mexico, blah, 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 blah. Court of Bernina. Now, you got to understand, anybody who's taken losses, there's going to be there's going to be a bunch of class action lawsuits that go about this. And if he loses one, if they lose one, it's going to be bad. They kind of have to win them all because once you win.
That's a fact. Like I said, if they lose one, I'm on the way. All right, I'm on the phone with my lawyer right now. As soon as they lose that Missouri lawsuit, they got a lawsuit for me. I'm kidding, but I'm just saying it will open them up to so many lawsuits that Stake is just going to go bankrupt. I can almost guarantee that.
Win one, you kind of are going to lose the rest of them because why would that be okay there? I mean, not okay there and not okay. So it's like, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, no, it's crazy that I said that on the last video, and then by the time I got in here again, it was already another lawsuit filed. Wow. Wow.
Defendant Sweepstakes Limited operates the world's most popular and profitable online casino, Stake.com. With the company's revenue reaching $4.7 billion in 2024. They're literally just copying and pasting the other lawsuits, like words, and just putting it in there and just changing.
Same thing I'm about to do.
Oh my God. One of its founders,
I'm about to be right on the way.
Now, where I'm confident our betting, this is literally the same thing that they said last time. Literally. So if you didn't watch the last video, I'm just going to read this quickly volume the highest in the world out of any casino, land-based or online, despite its global dominance, which includes sponsoring a prestigious English Premier League. I literally just read this. The Formula One, basically UFC.
It's the exact, literally, another state saw what I saw and was like, oh, well, if this goes through, then I'm going to just be the second one. Because, 100%.
Basically saying that Stake is one of the biggest gambling companies in the world. They use influencers to get people to gamble. This is what this is claiming. They do not reveal that they're using house money. They're not really losing money. In fact, I've seen clips
Some people do, but others don't.
where they're kind of insinuating and saying the exact opposite, which is illegal. You have to disclose. Because what y'all got to look at anytime Drake is doing that steak stuff or Aiden is doing that steak stuff, that is a commercial. So that follows the laws of commercials. And there are laws about that with the FCC and especially with promoting to kids. That's why certain show like kids.
That's what I said about the Instagram thing. If they get legal precedent about Drake posting steak on his Instagram and that being viewed by kids in an illegal state, whew.
Programming, even as a YouTuber.
My kid has been looking at Drake's Instagram.
I know.
I'm certain of it.
The whole Oprah thing, the whole thing. So you cannot do some of the stuff that was done. But I've said a million times, this isn't as stupid as the UMG case where I went like, yeah, Drake's an idiot. I don't know where this will go. In my heart, I feel like this could go either way. I don't know if Drake's gonna.
Me either, and I'm very interested to see what happens. Obviously, for my own personal reasons, but man, this is gonna be monumental. And I'm glad that this happened before I got to the point where I start taking these gambling brand deals, because I would have for sure taken one of these gambling brand deals, and I would be at risk right now because there's no like. Dude, everybody is going to be at risk if this goes through. Everybody.
Yeah, this, that, and the third. It just goes to, this isn't good. This isn't good for your character. This isn't good for the optics. Makes more what Kendrick said.
This is not just not good. This is really bad. And I really hope that this doesn't go through. I mean, I'm being sincere now. I hope this doesn't go through because this is going to be terrible for all of these streamers that have been taking gambling deals. Oh my God. It is going to be a monumental court case.
It look more like a genie or like Negro Damas. When Kendrick was sitting down, was it on Meet the Grams, and he was talking to Drake. I'm not gonna lie to you. If Drake would have heeded some of that stuff and throughout the whole battle that Kendrick was saying, he wouldn't have. There are certain things that after the battle Drake messed up on, and if he would have just listened to Kendrick during the battle, would not have happened.
That's not a bad take. I'm not gonna lie. That's not a bad take. Kendrick was literally trying to warn him. Listen.
If Drake would have been, even though I don't know if he can even do this, if Drake would have went like, damn, niggas really think I got a gambling problem. Let me slow down on this steak. Let me moonwalk away from the steak. But I don't know how his contracts were. And plus, some niggas think money means more than that. So the bag they were giving him meant more than that.
Well, listen, I don't look at gambling in the negative way that other people do. So if Steak would have came to me and offered me $60 million to do what I think is not immoral, I would have easily done it. That's what I'm like. So. But it is just the idea of what you are promoting to everybody. I do respect a lot of the people that take the gambling thing and move it away from their kid audience if they can. I would try, I would not promote that to a kid-centered audience.
How do you moonwalk away from that?
I mean, it's illegal, right?
Maybe you can still do it, but there's a lot. Number 2, to evade these restrictions, Sweepstakes Limited created stake. Wait, hold on. Formula One Racing, Kick Saber, and multi-mixed martial arts, MMA, and Ultimate Fighting Championship UFC fighter. Stake.com found itself during the emergence of online casino gambling blocked from entering the U.S. market, where online casino gambling is highly regulated and banned entirely in many states, including New Mexico. Oh, wait, was that in the last one? To evade these restrictions, Sweepstakes Limited created Stake, Together Defendant or Stake, which conducts online casino gambling in open violation of New Mexico state gambling and consumer protection laws. Stake.com is a platform marketed to New Mexicans as so-called social casino that does not permit real gambling, but Stakes is virtual clone. Oh, so they're basically saying Stake is just a front man that they created to...
The same way that video games will bypass them, quote unquote, selling stuff, right? Or they just upsell you basically in the game using tokens and coins or whatever, and they're trying to use that as a way to bypass, oh, we're not really gambling, it's not real money. We're using tokens. And yeah, the tokens cost money, but it's not the same thing.
Around law.
Like,
about gambling. But this is why I said this. also sets a precedent. And you got to understand that this is happening because I think online gambling with the once it affected the NBA, like I said last time, and Queso texted me. My little brother literally texted me. Me and Queso talk about this all the time, and I said once the Gill shit happened, I said it's about to get that. It's about to be bad. And
I will say I didn't put this together at first, but now that he brings it up, it does make sense that the Gill thing was a part of some overarching thing. Because why would they be investigating Gilbert Arenas? What makes more sense is that Gilbert Arenas was a part of a larger sting, and he was just kind of like the rollout, if you will. Because he really wasn't a part of it, but the people who were doing it, the whole thing, they used him as a slight pawn here and there, not enough for him to really get caught up in it. But it made sense that there was something much bigger coming, and he was just a small part of it. I didn't put two and two together that the Gill thing really was tied into this NBA thing. Not him snitching on them, but I'm just saying, well, I'm not going to say he didn't snitch on them, but I'm just saying that obviously the dudes that they were investigating were working with a bunch of NBA players. Gill got caught up in that, very, very small in the beginning, and now you see the whole case opening up.
Like, even just to take off Drake.
Right, where Stake is involved, I'm like, this is kind of interesting. I'm very interested to see where this goes.
Daniel Walsh, let me see something, because he made a post that I saw before I opened this that was absolutely, positively crazy. Look at this. 5 class action lawsuits against operators of online sweepstakes casino websites were filed within the last 48 hours for defendants. Look at that.
Woo!
5 of them.
Woo!
And then,
woo! Bro, that's what I said. Drake, your lawyers might want to leave UMG and get to work on this, please, right now, because this is, dog, 5 in the last 48 hours.
After he tweeted that, he goes around 80 overall. So really, this isn't just a Drake is cooked moment.
Yeah, Drake is a part of an overall, of an overarching, oh my God.
It's really like right now, especially with what happened with NBA, I think they're trying to figure out the limitations of online gambling. And I think that
I think they figured out the limitations already. Right now, they are regulating them.
It's going to change the way that stuff happens, especially if this has any leeway. There are people right now who lost all faith in the NBA. People who barely had faith in this game.
Yeah.
People, I just saw it. Queso just texted me.
Yeah, me, okay? Me. I lost all faith in the NBA, and I've been talking about it for over 15 years, okay?
They said, James Harden, I'll read you the text. I'll read you why this is such a thing, and there's going to be...
Yep, I didn't even think about this, but I did watch this game, and I was pissed.
There's a lot more that go down, not just Drake. Queso texted me, James Harden had 20.5 last night. Had 20 first half and didn't score again, and everyone's saying he in on it.
Think about it. His over-under was 20.5 points. I watched that game. The Clippers have been making me mad all season because they are trash right now. James Harden had 20 first-half points. He only needed one more point to clear the bet. He doesn't score a single point in the second half. What is everybody supposed to think? What are we supposed to think? All right, yeah. 20 first-half points, not one free throw, not nothing, huh? Okay. The guy that they had to change the rules for to get more free throws, and then they changed the rules back this year so that way they can't tap his hand and they can't get under him. So he should be getting more free throws. He didn't take a single free throw in the second half. Yeah, I believe that.
What's going to happen? So, yeah, there's going to be some belt to some ass. There's going to be some belt to some...
Oh, no, belt is getting that. Oh, look.
And I think that...
Listen, hey, happy hunting, everybody, all right? Happy hunting. I pray for everybody's wellness out there.
Everybody delved into the online gambling quickly and didn't really think of the rules, and now I think that's going to change, whether for the good or for the bad. But Drake being caught up in the middle of this, because that nigga is just...
Bruh.
It's basically just a steak mascot now. Damn near more than he's a rapper.
Right, he made himself a mascot for steak. Now he's getting, oh man. And let's talk about why Kai Cenat is so smart, right? I think you guys probably already know where I'm going with this, but this is why Kai Cenat, like, he was right all along. Because I'm gonna be honest, if I was at the point where they would offer me these gambling deals, I would have for sure took one of these. Like, there's no question whether or not I would have took one of these deals.
Well, Aiden,
like people, I'm a poker player. You know what I mean? It's all, anyways.
Aiden, you know. Aiden, you know what you be doing, Aiden. Yeah. On God, your rage already signed, Kai. Sign. You know. Aiden.
I'm gonna need you to stop chirping like a chimp, all right? And listen, like we got enough stress on our back already on Twitter and X with all these monkey rumors and stuff. I'm fighting evolution as it is. Every day on TikTok, I gotta convince them that we did not come from monkeys. And look at you, all right? Come on, dog.
Chill,
Minus 10% aura. Minus 10% aura.
Oh man, so once again, Cenat is coming out on the right side of history, dog. We gonna talk about this, man, because Drake and Adin Ross are being sued, and it's a lot of things going in there. People are saying the reason why is that they are promoting gambling to younger.
Again, mind you, this was after the first lawsuit, right? After the second one hit, I'm like, oh my God, yeah, oh my God.
Fans, and they not even using their own damn money, which we knew. When it comes to that courtroom, I want to see what a judge got to say about this, what a jury got to say about this. All right, in this video, we're gonna check out.
Hey, no BS. They might want to go the judge route. I'm just saying, I don't know if I would trust this in the hands of the people. I don't know. A judge you can pay off. I don't know how much access they have to be able to pay off juries to make sure that this doesn't go through. I don't know if I trust this one right here, like to go to trial. They got to get some kind of quiet settlement, something, because this going to trial and being on the legal books. Ooh.
My boy Chick Spoof breaking down the situation. Adin Ross responding to it as well. Cenat speaking about the pressure that he received in the past, and also talking to Kurt Franklin about this deal and walking away from that deal from Kick to work with a gambling company. We can talk about that. And also, some folks are going through some footage that they believe to be some evidence that can be used against Drake and Adin Ross. All right, so hold on tight. Let's get to the first.
Lawyer, I'm not gonna pretend to be a...
That's what's going on right there. That's what's being said right there. Shout out to Chicks once. So here's what Adin Ross has to say.
man. Guys, there's nothing to talk about regarding the title, regarding what's going on with Mess. You guys can look into it. I will tell you guys this.
Yeah, I bet it's nothing to talk about.
Read through the case yourself. It's bullshit. To me, it seems like somebody, if you guys can see what Asmongold said, because someone sent that to me.
Oh, Asmongold. Oh, Asmongold said it's bullshit? Oh, okay. Whew. Oh, I'm relieved.
It's literally, like, just watch the Asmongold thing. It's
yeah, hey. You guys know Asmongold, right? You know Asmongold talked about this? That.
Bullshit. It's bullshit.
So this the Asmongold dude that Adin Ross talking about. I'm not too familiar with this dude, but everything I have seen about him I don't like.
Shout out Asmongold, dog, but he admits to not showering and that kind of stuff. Well, I hope you're not taking legal advice from Asmongold.
So let's see.
But Adin Ross and Drake are being sued in a class action lawsuit against Stake over Kick gambling streams. The suit claims Ross and Drake misled their viewers by presenting their high-stakes gambling streams as personal wagers when the funds allegedly came directly from Stake. It argued it helped normalize and glamorize online betting to young audiences. This is not a lawsuit. This is a statement. This is a statement. Like, no, obviously they're doing that. Obviously they're gambling. It doesn't matter whether they're using their own money or not. It's still gambling. The only way that they can...
But what matters is what states are they promoting it in, and is it legal to do that there? I don't. Maybe the fraud thing is a whole nother. That's a whole separate thing. That's what I'm saying. I don't know about that. I literally said that. I'm like, is it illegal to pretend like you're using your money? I really don't know. You got to ask, But it is clearly illegal to promote gambling in certain states. You are clearly promoting gambling if you are showing your stream and people are able to access it in certain states, and your main sponsor is a gambling company. I mean, technically that's liable. Now, I don't know what the outcome is going to be, but man.
Get them as if it was fake odds or something.
I hope it's not. Like I said, I hope it's not, because I want one of those gambling deals, all right?
Like that. So, yeah, it's a statement. Yeah, who cares? This isn't going to go anywhere. There's nothing that's going to happen with this. When Ross and Drake purport to gamble online on Stake, they often do not do so with their own money, despite telling the public in Missouri and everywhere else the opposite. It doesn't matter if it's their money or not. Like, it has no bearing on whether people consume the product. I don't know what this is, but, that's the way it goes. and it's a statement. Yeah, exactly, right? This is just going to get dismissed.
Oh, that's the way it goes, right? Hey, I don't shower, but that's the way it goes.
Total bullshit.
I hope he's right, though. I'm not gonna. I hope he's right. I hope this random guy that has roaches in his house and doesn't shower is right.
It's basically just somebody who's mad that they lost all their money because of gambling, and that's what happened.
I think he is right about that. I think that the reason why this is happening is because there is somebody that has a lot of money that lost big in a gambling game, right? And he decided to take all these people down by mobilizing his power over the FBI. Because if you read that initial lawsuit, they're talking about people losing, I want to say like $5-6 million in a night, $7 million. A few people lost $10-11 million. Think about the type of person that can lose $11 million in a night. Who can lose $11 million in a night? Yep. What's good, Trip? What's good, Trip? Think about it. Who can lose $11 million in one night and not break a sweat, right? Even if you have, let's say, $100 million, you're not going to lose $11 million in one night. You would never let it get there. Like, you might get to 100 grand, right? At the very most, if you have 100 million and you get to $500,000, you're gonna like, all right, I'm out of here. I still got 100 million left. I'm not gonna lose a whole $1 million off pride. But if you have well over 100 million into the billions, you can lose $1 million at the table, $2 million at the table, and keep going, right? $3 million at the table, $4 million at the table. Who can lose $4 million at a table and keep going? We're talking about upwards in the billions. Somebody has to have billions of dollars, and they got hit for about $10 million, and I 100% think that they are mobilizing their power over the FBI, because like I said, if you have billions of dollars, you already know what class these people are in. So I 100% think that that's why all this is happening, because this is all nonsense. They're taking down illegal gambling rings that have nothing to do with the average person, if we're being totally honest. So I 100% think that he's right about that. Somebody has a personal vendetta. That don't mean that they're going to lose, though, all right? You listen, do not underestimate the justice system of America, all right? And listen, I know you guys are new to this. Being a light-skinned guy, you're very new to how slick and ambiguous the justice system can get. Take it from me, all right? Hey, go watch Hurricane Carter, all right? Yeah, go watch the movie Hurricane Carter and then come back and talk to me, and then you'll see exactly what we've been talking about since like way before the 60s.
It's Rip Bozo. You know, you shouldn't have done it.
All right, so that what dude had to say.
I'm just saying, Tory Lanez is in jail.
But this is what DJ Vlad had to say. He retweeted this from months ago, said,
Diddy was found innocent, and he's still in. I'm not saying that Diddy shouldn't be in jail. I'm just saying that he was actually found innocent of the charges, and he's still in jail. Just so we're clear.
About taking $8 million in losses on Stake. I spoke to someone high up in the gambling business about it. Drake is a part owner of Stake, so when he makes these,
mind you, there was another guy, right? The owner of the Abercrombie and Fitch thing. Remember, he was arrested and released on bail, and he was guilty. Do you understand? He was arrested and released on bail. Diddy was found not guilty, right? Arrested, not released, and is still in custody today.
public bets, he's really just using house money to make them. This is proven by the odds never changing after making those bets. If those bets were real, the odds would shift. They don't. I don't know if he's part owner based on how mad he got a couple weeks ago. Well, a couple months ago.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, Drake and Stake did have a pretty public feud a few months ago, but they just gifted him $1 million for his birthday. So obviously they mended that relationship.
With Stake. But he says, remember when I tweeted this in June? Now Drake is getting sued for people who took gambling losses while claiming that he never used his own money to bet. Okay, this shit may get thrown out, but I'm much more concerned with like morally, bro. Drake himself has a wide audience. There ain't that much kids watching him, but Aiden has kids watching. So I find much more of an issue with him promoting gambling than Drake. But it always bring me back to Cenat when Cenat was like calling them out for trying to pressure him to join this shit.
Quick. Oh, Aiden, you know. Oh, Aiden, you know. Oh, Aiden, you know what you be doing, Aiden. Oh, yeah, on God, your rage already signed, Kai. Sign. Oh, you know. Aiden, chill, Aiden.
So a couple months ago, Cenat was on stream talking about how Aiden would pressure him and try to get him to sign deals and stuff, and that also kind of alienated him from a group of people. That were streamers that moved over to Kick because he didn't like that pressure from them. Aiden confirmed the type of deals that Kick was offering Kai.
So I get what he's saying right here. I get what he's saying. I just remember this conversation. I'll never forget this convo I had with Eddie. Eddie says to me, Aiden, I have like $140 million for you, Speed and Kai. You get this shit done, you guys, 140 million for you guys for the first year. If this shit works, we'll re-sign you guys. And that's no gamble. That was no gamble. If someone did the math on that, 140 divided by 3, I don't know what that is.
All right, and Kai talked about a situation with Kurt Franklin.
I learned that not all money is good money. So like
Yeah.
I can't, like a lot of the times, there's gonna be times and opportunities where you're gonna wanna get money to do certain things that you wouldn't normally be able to, like you don't normally do. Like 2023, my first mafia thing ever, I was offered like 60 million.
You are lying to me.
60 million to do something I
$60 million? Who you think you kidnapped? Chelsea Clinton?
to do like, said I did not lie, 60 million.
You are lying to me.
60 million to do something to do like, said I did
You
not
are
lie,
lying to me.
like gambling
You are lying to me. $60 million, praise God.
and stuff like that. And
what did you say?
And then after, I didn't want to take because I knew it would mess me up. I knew like it would make me lose focus on what I got going on right now. I don't know how I even put, because it's so crazy I put at that time because
Listen,
anybody
20 when you were 21.
Yeah, I was like 21. Anybody with
listen, I'm an honest man, all right? No way I would have turned down 60 million. No way in hell. That's what I'm saying. And I'd be right here sitting next to Drake with my face on the cover of the National Enquirer like this.
take that.
Yes.
Yeah, anybody would take that. So it's like
And you said no.
I said no. So the first thing I did, I went to my closet, got off the call. I went into my closet and I just asked God. I said, "Listen," I said,
I would have started crying. If I would have had to turn down $60 million, I would have went in the closet and I would have wept. There's no way in hell. I would have put on Your Lie in April and I would have sat there in my tears for a whole week.
Say, I don't want. When I said no, I said I'm gonna say no right now, but I don't want to take the short term. I want to be able to take the long term. And I promise you, I got down on my knees. I prayed after that, and I just kept working. So it's like, but people gotta understand. Chat, what I be trying to make y'all understand is that, bro, a lot of the things in life that comes. Not all money is good money. Like you cannot take. It's sometimes people they want to take the short route. But as long as you believe in your craft, or as long as you believe in God, I don't care by the time I'm like 50 or 60 years old, I financially get to the point where I'm like, oh my gosh. But like, I'd rather take the longer route than short.
Now, people get on Kai for it.
That boy, hey, one thing for sure, two things for sure. That boy Kai cannot talk, man. That should be an inspiration to anybody. I'm like, man, I be holding my breath like a mug, waiting for Kai to finish in damn sentences, boy. God dang.
For a subathon.
I like Kevin, like spit that shit out, man. Spit that shit out, man.
Saying things like, well, you still doing things for money. You got all these people sending you subs and this, that, and the third. Listen, bro, it's a very, very upfront situation. I'm sitting here streaming for 30 days plus. You are seeing me. I'm paying all this money to entertain you. If you guys want to donate and help, please donate and help because it takes a lot. And the people are choosing to give their money up, not expecting some damn grand prize in return. Opposed to people that choose to trade their viewership for gambling and push the gambling on motherfuckers without being honest about, the way that they're gambling, you feel?
See, if I did that, right, if I did a gambling deal, no BS, the first thing I would think about is the legalities of it. I would 100% say, if I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it on a channel that is not my own. Like, I'll bring my likeness, right, and the people that want to follow me over there can come, but I'm not gonna dilute my channel with gambling stuff, and I'm not gonna risk being somewhere that is being shown in an illegal way. Like, you guys have to have the legalities locked down. Like, I want to say when Aiden took his first gambling deal, he had to move to Mexico in order to take that deal because of the legalities. So, that would be probably the first thing I would think about is, nah, I'm not showing it to my audience, but you can get me to come and pay me some money to come on a different platform that already has it legally set up to where they can show gambling to people because I have no idea anyway.
I mean, some people that does have platforms that have advertisement for gambling, like say for example, Monty Jones. He's very transparent when it comes to anything that has to do with gambling because you got to warn people of that risk. I don't know how often Aiden Ross warns folks of that risk. But at the same damn time, Aiden Ross is linking up with niggas who be doing lean, on stream. He was doing lean his damn self.
All right.
But okay, this page right here was doing some research.
Hey, I don't know anything about that, all right, FBI, all right, Cash Patel, all right, I have no idea about anything he just said, okay? That's all alleged.
And let's go through these clips. So it says, first clip, Drake and Aiden Ross ask Eddie, owner of Stake, to add $500K to their balance. Eddie adds it and tells them to get to work in Clip Farm, putting the Stake logo on everything. Second clip, Drake lies and says he uses real money. Drake is being sued for misleading fans by appearing to gamble with their own money while allegedly using funds provided by Stake house money, promoting the platforms to millions. Okay, here go the first clip. Let's see what's up.
Out to the laptop. No, come on, Eddie, come on, yeah, right there. Yeah, no, come on, just added 500K to vault balance, please. Okay, I'm sweating. If you can see my pit stains, I am stressing. Yes. And the
All right, so that's Trainwreck asking for comp money. All right, so that's the proof, I guess, that they do get comp money. But like I said, we all knew they were getting comp money. But this is where Drake tries to play it down like they're not.
you're like fake.
And he's the only one doing this, mind you.
Gambling, yo, listen to me. When I tell you, yeah,
he says he uses his own money.
I love to see in the chat like just talking crazy, like, oh yeah, you know, like you guys, and you're like fake gambling. Yo, listen to me. When I tell you the amount of hours. And
oh yeah, oh you guys, you're fake gambling, huh? Oh,
the amount.
That's what Drake is worried about. Oh, I can't believe they think I'm fake gambling in the chat.
Shit that I've been through with these guys in this chat right here, ups and downs, real money, lending each other money, doing this, doing that. These guys are. I put it on everything I love. These guys are out here giving you the purest shit that you can possibly get. So, you could feel however you want to feel. And that's what I'm gonna say, and you could take it. You could take it or leave it, and that's just.
You can feel how you want to feel, and that's what I'm gonna say. So you can take it or leave it.
Yeah, that's the breaks. I've seen these guys make more money than athletes and rappers combined. So read them and weep, boys. I love to see.
I don't know if it's much there. He did say.
Right, that's the thing. I'm like, he's trying to play it down like he's not, but I'm not even that concerned about that. I'm more concerned about whether or not it's illegal to promote it in states where they clearly have well-defined laws that it is illegal.
They real money, but they could still be using the real money with their fake money. There ain't much there right there, but I see the angle. I see where you're going with it. Now, SQC responds to that saying this lawsuit would go nowhere. Like my ass off, this is just pandering to the public perception. Drake's money is his to keep as well. If it wasn't, Eddie would just reload him with...
The public perception? You think this is about Drake? That's what you think. You think this is about Drake? No, this is about Stake.
$5 million.
They don't care about Drake. Drake is somebody that gets paid by somebody that they're trying to take down.
Every time he hits zero to keep the show going, $500K.
You think Drake really matters in life? Like, let's be honest.
For Drake's bet size is nothing. He does $250K buy-ins. I think Drake has to get some type of money for the brand deal, so he's getting bread on top of that. So he's getting money, bro.
Right, but this is the thing. Drake and Stake actually had a public feud about this a few months ago, where Drake was complaining about money that he wasn't paid because all the money that he got was basically just comp money to use on the website. So if he loses the money, then he loses the money. If he wins it, then he gets to keep his winnings. So they had a dispute about him not getting the money that he thought he was supposed to get outside of the comp money. I don't know what the conclusion was, but it was a public feud, yes.
Same damn time, of course, XQC, who's with Kick, that always gambles, is gonna say the case is going nowhere. Like, bro, of course you are. And the case just might not go anywhere at all.
He hopes it goes nowhere, just like me, because he is drowning in deals. And if this case, if he gets found guilty, then he'll be drowning in lawsuits. That's just a fact.
And also much more lenient on Drake being the one to promote gambling, although it is low, but his fan base is much more adults involved. Aiden Ross got the kids involved. That's who watch his shit. Now, he was getting pressed by H3, Ethan Klein, I think that's the homie name, that's buddy name over there. They was asking him questions about this type of stuff before this lawsuit.
Yeah, shout out Ethan, man. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like Ethan when I first saw him, but he's kind of been on a tear. He's even thought about Ethan is Hassan's worst nightmare right now.
Let's peep in real quick.
Crystal, I would say it's 100% wrong.
Is it illegal?
Yes.
Not Mexico.
Yeah, not in Mexico. But we're all
Look at Ethan, bro. Just the most smug face. I'm just saying, he's the kind of guy. All right.
First of all, I wouldn't say it's 100% wrong.
Is it illegal? Yes.
Not in Mexico.
Yeah, not in Mexico. But we're all the people are
legality is not the same as morality anyway.
Yeah, again, it's
There's a
not.
difference.
No, I was
Just because
just,
something is legal doesn't
Right, but the people you promote to are in America. That's the problem. And if it's legal to promote in like California, that's fine. If it's legal to promote in Georgia, that's fine. But what about New Mexico, where it's not legal? Are you promoting the people in New Mexico?
I mean, it's all right.
Yeah, I was just.
Slot machine.
Do you have demographics on the age of the people who watch you? Like, do you have any idea how many people who are under 21 that
I
watch
want
you?
to say it's anywhere between 8th grade and college students. But you never know. I might have someone smaller. I might have someone.
Wow, barely legal gambling age at the top of his age group.
I don't know.
Yeah,
And you promote gambling as a sport.
But do you guys have that demographic? I'm not familiar with Twitch stats.
Yeah, I do.
People lie about their age, though. That's the issue.
Right.
Mine is, I think 16 to 25.
We know Aiden Ross's demographic because he went to Universal recently, and you know a lot of people came up to him at Universal. They were
a lot of younger people.
Pretty young.
So
I mean, I can send you the W spammer clip if you want to see it.
I didn't see the clip, but I trust you. So if any of these kids that came up to you at Universal, if I don't know, like, you know.
I'm warming up to Ethan, man.
I'm assuming there's a lot of young kids watching you, as all of us. So, I mean, you know, that ain't right. So it's like, you gonna say, yeah, there's some people over 21 who are gambling, but then there's a lot of people under 21 who are even younger than that gambling. Look, it's a net bad. I mean, it's a net bad.
I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I know you're.
All right, I would like to hear his response to that, but okay.
Like most Twitch chatters are so dumb, and they have no idea that you're even sponsored, and they're just ignorant, and they came from TikTok, and they really have no clue what's going on. And they see you, and they're like, "Damn, I love this guy, and he's gambling, he's making money. Oh shit!" Like they're really ignorant, and it's just how it is.
So H3, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
My brother, really good friend of mine, his name is Trainwrecks. He gambles with his own bread, right?
Yeah.
So is it different to gamble? Is it different from hit? Is it the same? Do you look at that the same, or do you look at it differently?
I don't think well, first of all, I didn't know that you weren't gambling with your own money. It does change a little bit just because the reality,
it makes it worse.
The reality is that if you were playing with your own money, you would be a lot more hesitant, right? But then you're like really feeding into the mania of gambling, where it's like, I don't care about losing it. But no, the fact that your brother.
Great points. Great points. Do respond it like this.
Got him. We got him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Aiden Ross definitely got a young demographic, and he's promoting gambling to them. It's much more egregious what he's doing. Drake is doing what Drake is doing, and his fans, they don't care what the hell he does. So, and they're older. They should be much more responsible with their decisions, opposed to Aiden's fans. I'm not excusing Drake, but to be honest, almost every damn platform promotes gambling. But when it comes to the kids, man, you gotta be much more. Thoughtful about what we are influencing the kids to do.
My bad, I was muted. Listen, everybody promotes gambling, all right? So that's why this lawsuit is so huge, because people don't think about how often they're promoting gambling in states where it's illegal. Joe Budden is sponsored by somebody, Underdog Sports sponsored, like think about it. All of this, these are all gambling websites, and this is gonna have implications on almost every single media platform, for sure.
You know? But hey, man, y'all gotta let me know what you gotta say in the comment section below. Me, I'm going to get up out of here, though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.
To consider.
Oh. Yeah, this is what I was looking at earlier. I don't think Listen, you know what? I'm not even going. This is. All right. Let's see. I didn't really want to talk about the Hassan thing, but I mean, he came on the screen, you know, him and H3. I figured we might as well. Once I saw that the president was involved, you know, let's see. Which video? Hopefully you guys are doing good out there. Shout out Trip in the chat. Shout out more Pegasus too, you know. He keeps me abreast of all this idiotic stuff that I would never ever know about. All right. I had no idea that the United States government...
You have far-left politics, which immediately...
That the United States government was keeping up with Twitch. No idea whatsoever. But it turns out it is. Turns out it is.
Welcome back to a series so influential. The U.S. government subscribed in today's video.
I thought he was exaggerating. I literally thought that he was like, what? The U.S. government is not watching this? Well,
the vice president is now calling out Hassan for shocking his video. So influential. The U.S. government subscribed in today's video. The vice president is now calling out Hassan for shocking his dog. Hassan has responded absolutely crashing out, blaming everybody else. Asmongold has responded dying laughing. Hassan is molding at Asmon, saying he would never be able to handle Hassan's level of popularity. He claims the only people that watch Asmongold are currently online. Pot calling the kettle black.
I'm not gonna lie, other than that last statement and the vice president, I don't care about any of the other things that he said whatsoever. I literally almost fell asleep while he was listening to those.
The son of Plato himself, XQC, has responded, cooking Hassan. Hassan is now calling out Aiden Ross for not adopting his good values. Comedian Stavros is now defending Hassan, saying people only hate him because he's hot. Negative IQ streamer NMP has given his take. Soda Poppin has responded. Subscribe.
Who in the hell are those last two people?
You become as miserable as Diddy Pica.
Let's up those numbers!
Now let's begin. So Hassan apparently zapped his dog and we had a ton of stuff go down, right? So now the vice president of the USA is calling out Hassan for shocking his dog. JD Vance drops a Colorgate roast on Hassan.
He has this command place, which is basically if I snap my finger and point, he will run to that place and lay down.
You don't have to zap him.
No.
Hassan.
Not like Hassan Piker, no.
Wasn't that disgusting?
No electrocution of dogs here.
How disgusting is that? What does that tell you about a person?
Well, I think it tells you that they're not, that they're bad people.
Yes.
If you can actually cause suffering to an innocent animal, you're probably the kind of person who doesn't worry about suffering in people as well.
Yeah.
And that's been my experience. If you mistreat dogs, that's almost 100% sign that you're going to be a really terrible person. So it's one of the ways, we really sort of test people is if Atlas responds well to them, if they like Atlas, we know they're good people. But you can tell if somebody's really mean to animals, it's like the Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
Yeah.
What if they're really mean to children? I mean, I'm not saying he should have been mean. Listen, I'm not all. We all don't like Hassan, okay? But I'm just confused, all right? While the entire world is trying to get you to persecute a group of people that are really mean to children, why are you ignoring that to come on here and make fun of somebody that's really mean to dogs? I'm gonna say, don't you have bigger fish to fry? All right. So you care more about dogs than children, then?
Every serial killer ever has actually been really bad to animals. That's sort of how they started.
My God. So apparently the quote-unquote Reddit drama, as Hassan would put it.
Really, they've all been really bad to animals. What about bad to children? All right.
has actually reached the vice president. Did I lie when I said this series is absolute cinema? My God. Now, politics aside, even if you don't like the guy, that was a very common sense take, right? Electrocuting a dog for daring to move from its spot.
Yeah, it was common sense all the way until you realize that right now he's ducking and dodging questions about exposing a group of people that are CTs, that are convicted CTs. He's protecting these people right now, but yet he's up here talking to us about somebody that's mean to their dog. You know what? Don't come after me, JD Vance. I'm just making jokes, all right?
After 5 to 10 hours is insane. And he's completely right. If you can actually harass and torture a living, breathing animal, something as innocent and lovable as a dog.
What about something innocent and lovable as a kid? You're more concerned about the dog in this picture than the kid?
Actually, man's best friend. Chances are you are probably.
You see why the wet dog rumors are out there? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You see why they're out there, right?
A psychopath dog. Literally, man's best friend.
But what about the children? Okay.
Chances are you are probably a psychopath and probably capable of some truly heinous, evil shit, even to humans. When you're such a prolific.
Yeah, I agree. But if you actually do it to humans, then I could probably make those same calculations, right?
Animal abuser that the vice president of the United States of America steps in to publicly destroy you.
Right, especially when he's protecting people that are known child abusers.
Hassan Piker's animal torture is now solidified in U.S. history. Wow, I'm shocked, and it's just Kaya.
Oof. That one is rough.
Just Kaya, looking at the screen. The drama continues. This is literally my face right now when I heard this news. This is actually me. Lol, and then after this clip he says, how did Freddy Krueger get started? Well, one of the things they show is young Freddy Krueger torturing animals. He's being compared to an actual serial killer, bro. It's crazy. Hassan, unfortunately...
I mean, yeah, he deserves all this, all right? But what about the children?
Opened up the leftist movement to a free, easy dunk for the Trump admin. All Vance has to do is spread the correct and factual narrative that Hassan lied about, and he wins. Hope more people now realize we need different and more honest figureheads on the left. This is absolutely entirely Hassan's fault. Anyways, Hassan has responded and is absolutely...
I can't believe that lady asked him about Hassan shocking his dog and did not ask him about all the people that are convicted or accused of CT that he's protecting.
Molding.
How disgusting is that? What does that tell you about it?
Well, I think it tells you that they're not. If you mistreat dogs, that's almost 100% sign that you're going to be a really terrible person. So
JD Vance has done spot training for his own dog, so he knows that it is not an abusive practice, and yet he is still leaning into this fucking idea that I'm like abusing my dog, which is crazy.
Hassan, you're abusing your dog, bro. Like the minute you admit it, the minute everybody gets over it, bro, for real.
Because hello, Kristi Noem,
hello,
the Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, shot her puppy point blank. His execution.
See, what does this have to do with anything? Somebody else shot their dog, and now you're worried about me? Is this in JD Vance's? Is this on his agenda? What,
style, and then threw the puppy's body in a goddamn.
All right, this is too graphic for me. All right, my ears. All right, come on. What else did I say I wanted to hear in it? I don't give a shit about what Asmongold is talking about.
Fucking danger to society with their non-stop terrorist propaganda. He's not called a Roach King for nothing. He has had a lot of scrutiny. He lives like a fiend. He got canceled, removed from OT.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Doesn't shower or even hypes up at, like, I'll keep it a $1.50. If Asmongold had the same level of scrutiny from the same dedicated smear campaigners that I have, or even a fraction of the attention, I think he would be ritualistically humiliated on the timeline. Now, obviously, he is incapable of feeling shame. That's why he constantly promotes the fact that he doesn't shower, or even hypes up and embellishes how little he cares about drinking water, for example. Like, he's exaggerating. Like, he knows that that's like a marketable position for a lot of the people that also
Not drinking water is a marketable position? What the hell is he talking about?
exhibit his
Who is listening to this besides me because he's watching it?
lifestyle that spend every waking moment online. Okay, he likes it. He likes when people go crazy over this stuff. When he says like, "Oh, I'm not showering because it's like fucked up my evolution or whatever." Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's because it's literally become a meme, Asmin and his lifestyle. The same thing with XQC in his room. It's just like a funny thing or whatever. Now, about the shower thing, the thing is, Asmin is unapologetically himself. He's not like a fake person. He doesn't try to put on a persona or whatever, which is very rare, right? And that's why so many people are gravitating towards him. And yes, it is pretty disgusting. Everybody knows that, but they like him anyways, right? Because he's not trying to give you a course on cleanliness or something like that. It is completely unrelated to his content. But I think what Hassan should be thinking about is that what does it say about him, right? That people like a guy covered in cockroaches who doesn't shower, who uses dead rats as alarm clocks, apparently doesn't drink water and all this other insane shit, right? And they like him more than you. I mean, just think about how unlikable that makes you, Hassan. Your only job was to actually be more likable than the Roach King, and you couldn't even do that. In fact, I don't know why he's even pointed this out, because it's just embarrassing for him. Also, this man just said that Asmin doesn't even get a fraction of the attention or the scrutiny. Are you fucking delusional, man? Asmin literally has more scrutiny than you just by virtue of being more popular. He's 10 to 50 times.
I couldn't
every
care.
normal person had to come out of the woodworks and go, this guy's insane. Right, so then he says that most people don't know who Asmin is.
The reality of the matter is, he's been able to carve out a place for himself without actually getting a lot of scrutiny from the broader public. Most people don't know who the fuck he is, but people online who spend every waking moment online do know who he is. You're better than doing an ad hominem, man. Brother, an ad hominem would imply that I'm name calling him. Nothing I said about Asmongold's
lifestyle wishes he could be, right? Other than the hygiene stuff, of course. I think he has had a lot of scrutiny. He lives like one day in spring, and most people don't know who Asmongold is. Meanwhile, Asmin, 50K, Hassan, 30K. No, there was this one day in spring in 1995 when Hassan actually had the same viewer count as Asmongold. Also, Asmin was multi-streaming, but Hassan will never let you forget it. I almost had the popularity of Asmongold, guys. Right, so then Hassan calls out Asmin for not debating him, calls out Asmin for ducking a convo. Right, so a chatter commented this: you and Zach actually agree on many issues, but y'all will never know because it's more lucrative for y'all to talk about and around each other instead of directly to each other. No bad faith, y'all. Chill. Just gotta warn the Hassan mob before they're sicked on this guy.
His response was, I don't talk to terrorists. He's also, I saw a clip yesterday where he said, you won't talk to him. You've reached out though. So he's just straight up not telling the truth or lying by omission. No, he is just straight up telling his audience an alternative version of events. There has never been a moment where I have refused to talk to Asmongold. Okay? Anytime, any place. So one must ask the question why he routinely finds different reasons as to why he won't talk. And when you're,
why won't he talk to me? You and Nick are the exact same, for real. Nick is the right version. He's the left version. Just complete idiots, attention seeking. Somebody talk to me. Show me attention. Oh.
Questioning that, you should also question why he consistently presents me as a terrorist, a danger, one that needs to be prosecuted by the government, and how that matches up with his supposedly pro-First Amendment values. Why would I be worried about talking to Asmongold when I was literally supposed to debate Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, Hassan, I wonder what happened to Charlie Kirk then. Yeah, that's right. He was assassinated by some psycho freak lunatic. In fact, it was a radical far lefty freak just like you.
There's actually no evidence to prove that. Yeah, those text messages were fake. Let's move on.
And as we know, Hassan just...
Yeah, actually every single person in his family was right-leaning. Not that it matters to me because you're all the same, but if we're being technical, every single member of his family was right-leaning. And then they fabricated some story in his text message about some trans lover. Like, what are you talking about?
Loves terrorism and supporting terrorists.
You believe Kash Patel? You believe the guy that came out right afterwards and said it was the wrong guy? So he was wrong the first time, but he was right the second time, right? Okay, yeah, all right. Sorry about that.
Maybe he doesn't want to die, Hassan. Maybe that's a reason. Or maybe it's because you literally implied that he murdered his mom, right? There's no point in talking to a pathological liar. I mean, we all saw your debate with Ethan Klein, right? You got absolutely bodied. And then what did you do? Instead of actually logically, reasonably talking it out, you just scream and call the other person a racist piece of shit and try to slander them, calling them all sorts of names.
Is that what happened?
Fucking moron! You racist piece of shit!
What?
Because Iraq and then Iraqis.
Dude, you screaming and grandstanding doesn't mean you're right.
So how do you debate with someone like that? And I think one of Hassan's biggest fans,
I could debate with somebody like that.
Sasha Grey, proved it, right? When evidence is presented in front of their face, they turn off the screen.
There's no tape.
Hold on, Sasha Grey? Hold on. That's not the Sasha. Oh, well, this story's taking a turn.
Cannot cut the prongs off, and the cope is so hard with a lot of people on this.
Like the electric prongs are taken out of it.
How do you listen to her? All right.
I don't want to watch any more of this.
I'm all for having conversations or whatever, but when the other side is not open to changing their minds and viewpoints, instead of trying to convince a cult leader to change his opinion, which he's never going to do, instead you go after the general public and try to just present them with the facts and evidence and let them come to their own conclusions. And that is exactly what we did with the shock collar situation. We overlaid the color, we found the exact model, we found all the corroborating evidence, right? We got all the testimonies from the Hassan orbiters as well. QT revealed, right? Who goes to his house, revealed the information that it was covered by a tape and the prongs were taken off and proved it's a shock collar, right? And once we've presented that evidence to the public comes to a conclusion that Hassan likely shocked his dog, right? And at that point, you don't need to have a debate, right? You have just proved it without actually engaging with the party at all. Also, it's not like Asman wants you to be prosecuted by the US government. He just wants existing laws to be enforced, right? On Twitch or in general society. So if you violate TOS, you deserve a ban. If you violate laws, you deserve to be put in prison. It is simple as that. Nobody's asking for a brand new rule to be made and specifically enforced on Hassan Piker. We're just asking for actual equality, actual fairness, and you to actually face consequences for what you've done, like advocating murder.
You would kill Rick Scott.
Asman Gol should tell Hassan he'll debate him if Hassan debates Destiny first. Why debate someone that is intellectually dishonest and gaslights obvious truths? Some people cannot be reasoned with. I'm sorry. Like, someone like Hassan Piker, first off, he's not going to let you talk. Second off, he's just not going to be honest and he's going to
I was muted, my bad.
deny reality. You cannot engage.
Thank you, I appreciate that. But I'm Real Though says, Hassan looks like a Scooby-Doo villain.
With a fucking schizo.
I'm DJ Academics today.
Who's gonna lie to you about every single thing? Like, you just can't have a debate. Moving on to the man with the highest recorded IQ in the galaxy, XQC. XQC is confused.
The dog was, guys, which one is it? Guys, I forgot. Guys, what page are we on? I completely forgot. Guys, forgot what page of the book we're in. Because I think last time I checked, there was 19 pages of the What Happened That Day book.
Into this fucking idea that I'm
the gates.
Is my audio good? I've been turning it off and on because I realize that that's why there's an echo when I play the audio, because this microphone is super sensitive. So the microphone is picking up the audio from the headphones. So that's why there's an echo. So that's why I started turning it off. But can you hear me clear right now, or is it still going in and out?
Being a baby And the gate, dude.
Like abusing my dog.
What? Hassan Abbey. Now, even if the dog collar gate was all fake, even in the realm where it was all fake, I'm going to entertain that. Okay, it's all fake. Cool. What about the clip of him pulling the dog's tail?
Even if I'm sorry.
Okay, let's say that's Photoshop and ketchup. Oh, good. Let's say these are both fake. What about the one where the collar's so tight and whatever, and the dog is bleeding?
No, stop. Do not ask him about the clips. It's out of context. Don't you understand? The context was that he yanked his dog's tail because, you know, he was looking at Asmon's view count and he got very mad. You just gotta understand the context, guys. Come on. Also, I love the way he said his name. Hassan Abbey. Abbey. Moving on to Hassan calling out Aiden Ross. Now, context, he's talking about how he's like the dad of streaming and he's like sort of teaching everybody good values. And he brings up Jason the Ween as well. Hassan reflects on Aiden Ross being one of his biggest failures. Buddy, what are you talking about? You didn't like incubate this guy.
I need that shirt now. Jason is also someone who's learned a lot from you. Yeah, exactly. Like there's no, like, there are failures throughout my career. I've had very high profile failures. Chat calling Jason a right-wing shithead is insane. No one is calling Jason in this community a right-wing shithead. What are you talking about? We literally have we have an emote dedicated to Jason. The f do you mean? No one is saying that or doing that. As a matter of fact, these are people I collab with and I will
I have no idea what you're talking about and I don't like you, okay? I don't care about anything that you have to say. You are a terrible person. I hope you know that. All right, and I don't care that everybody's starting to figure it out now. It doesn't change the fact that you've been a terrible person this entire time, doing horrible work with the Young Turks. All right, you and whatever your cousin boss's name is, Shank. Yeah, you and Shank. All right, what should we go to next? Let's see, what do I have on here? We got white women fight back. Should we go to that? Drake sued again. We got Andrew Wilson gets cooked. Can Grift Owens. Can Grift Owens. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. Andrew Wilson, McToon is a furry. Yeah, I found that out last night on TikTok, that McToon is literally a furry. I don't even know if I want to talk about it because it's just so egregious. Like, I just can't even fathom what the hell is going on in this guy's mind. But I'm embarrassed that I even debated him at this point. But yeah, McToon is an open, devout furry, excuse me. And I don't know. I don't know why I have that written down, but. Let's see. Let's go with Andrew Wilson finally loses a debate. Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen Andrew Wilson.
Unless Jesus is suggesting.
Even come close to losing a debate, but
Right-wing Christianity in America has been suckered for a very long time into aligning with power and authority.
McToon is a furry, my guy. All right, if we look at it, it's only gonna be for like 10 seconds. You know what I mean? But maybe we'll go to that after this. I mean, like, bro, it's worse than you think, trust me. It's like, not like, oh, you caught me doing something on the side. Bruh.
Instead of challenging it as Christ did. What are the Christ teachings that Trump fights for, my friend?
Then it is the case.
What are the gospel teachings your movement fights for? Your movement uses Christ as a prop, and you legislate against his commands.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So Andrew Wilson recently had a heated debate with John Fugelsang on Piers Morgan Uncensored. And honestly, this one got wild. Make sure you watch until the end. I really want to hear from you. Are you Christian or not? And what are your thoughts on Andrew Wilson after watching this? Drop your answers down in the comments. I'm really curious to know what you think. And if you want to watch the full debate, you can check it out on Piers Morgan Uncensored's channel. All right, let's get into it. All right.
But Trump has gone.
I think Andrew Wilson is probably the best debater on the internet, except me, of course. I don't think that anybody on the internet really could beat him in a serious debate. I mean, before I saw this guy, I mean, maybe this guy, other than me, because he's so surgical with his tactics, but it gets turned on his head right here. And,
out there on
you know.
the attack, as he often does, and said, this is an attack on Christians. What do you feel?
Well, I mean, Trump is just following the trends. We remember what happened with Charlie Kirk when progressives tried to paint him as some right-wing raper. Turns out that was all complete and total lies.
That is complete false what you're saying right there. Just because Kash Patel came out and said, we got him now, but I was wrong about the first guy, that don't mean you guys actually got him. All right? Nobody believes that's the guy that shot Charlie Kirk. It's impossible. Plenty of people have proved that bullet from that angle. The coroner literally said that Charlie Kirk's bones are basically made out of steel. For a bullet that they're saying was the size that he got hit with, to be shot from that far, for his head not to completely explode. They said everybody behind him would have also gotten shot if that was the correct shooter. So what are you guys even talking about?
Doing damage control. They tried to paint him out to be a right-winger, clear up until it became irrefutable that he even to this point, everybody in that guy's family is right-wing. Those are false text messages that they showed that nobody believes except for you guys that are begging for a reason to take the pressure off you. It's not anymore, and then they just changed the narrative again. So Trump is just following the trends. It is the case that Christians are persecuted in the United States, have been for a long time. And they're going to continue to be. That's kind of our cross to bear. We were told that was going to be the case. In fact, that's part of what being a Christian is. As to Trump following the trends and making the assumption, do I kind of agree that you should have caution on these things? I do, but I can completely understand why it would be that he would have that reaction.
John Fugelsang, Benny Johnson posted about this attack on the church in Michigan. If a mosque was shot up every month, it would be a crisis for Muslims. If a synagogue was shot up every month, it would be a crisis for Jews. If a temple was shot up every month, it would be a crisis for Hindus. Christians, this is happening to us. Christianity is under attack. It's time to get serious about it. What's your response to that?
I keep hoping that one of these preventable attacks will inspire our Christian friends on the right to want to make it a little bit harder for unstable white men to easily get weapons that are designed to kill lots of people, really.
I can tell you right now that's never going to happen, all right? That's the name of the game. Try another route.
Fast. I really hoped after the awful murder of Mr. Kirk that some of our friends on the right would agree that maybe it's far too easy for unstable 20-something males to get their hands on hardware and pop off and murder people at a political rally.
He was using an antique rifle, dude.
Whoa!
He was using.
Whoa! Interrupting already, are we? Jesus! Trigger alert!
An antique rifle.
I know.
An antique bolt.
It was
what
unsecured.
legislation?
I didn't interrupt you once, my friend. I didn't interrupt you one time.
What legislation do you think would have even been passed that would have prevented
if his grandfather had been obliged to if his grandfather had been legally obliged to keep his gun secured at home, that shooting wouldn't have happened, and the Sandy Hook shooting would not have happened.
You can't even demonstrate that's true. All you know, the kid has.
I am with Andrew on this one point that he cannot demonstrate that that's true.
A safe code.
You're not letting me finish, and you've interrupted me twice.
But again, Andrew is losing this point because the guy was only talking for like 3 seconds, and then Andrew interrupted him. It's like, dog, I mean, I get it. I'm cooking you already with this little bit that I'm saying, but you got to relax.
Twice now. Piers, the deal is right-wing Christianity in America has been suckered, and you're really going to... I'm going to answer Piers's question, my friend. I didn't interrupt you. Right-wing Christianity in America.
You can't say that he's filibustering while you're interrupting him. Oh my God, how long are you going to filibuster? Andrew, what are you doing?
America has been suckered for a very long time into aligning with power and authority instead of challenging it as Christ did. Donald Trump didn't get the love of evangelicals by promising to do a damn thing Jesus commanded of us. Right-wing Christianity does not fight for the things Jesus commanded and taught us to do. Right-wing Christianity fights for conservative Christian power over every level of society. They do not fight to welcome the stranger, as Christ commands in Matthew 25 and as God commands throughout the Old Testament. They do not fight for individuals and nations to care for the sick and the poor, as commanded by Christ in the judgment of nations. They fight for right-wing conservative Christian power.
I am not necessarily on this guy's side, but he has a point.
And America is suffering from a gun plague where children are now killed by guns more than disease, more than they are killed by car accidents, and I keep praying.
I'm not on this guy's side with this, but he has a point that he's making to this guy who claims to be pushing Christian values. That's the thing is, Andrew, you can't make your entire platform on Christianity if you're not going to stand on those values when it's time. You can't be like, well, I'm just with the president now. What?
This is exactly the sort of situation where a religion based on love and empathy will come to our rescue, and yet our conservative Christian friends are locked in this mindset that somehow personal freedoms matter more than the lives of Americans.
So what John Fugelsang said there really hits at the core of something most people don't want to admit, that America has a gun problem that's become the leading cause of death for children. And that's not an exaggeration. According to CDC data, firearms have been the #1 cause of death for children and teens. It's the same in action, theology over reality.
Well, not really. So the idea of Christian nationalism is just that Christians remain the culturally dominant force in the United States. That's it. That's the entire proposition. Everything else is an addition. So the gentleman over here, for instance, got a quick question for you. Is Jesus Christ God?
I believe so, but I don't believe in imposing my opinions on others.
Okay, got you. So Jesus Christ is God. So all the religions are false?
No, I don't believe that at all. I believe in my house there are many mansions, and I believe God has many ways of the truth. I don't think I'm better than anyone because Christ...
Andrew, what are you doing? You really think this is a point? You don't have a rebuttal to what he's saying, so you're trying to trap him on him thinking that all other religions are false? That's not the point of what he said at all.
Movement is about humility. Christ's movement is not about public domination and power.
I just want to make sure I got this right. Are all other religions false?
I don't believe that at all, no. And I don't believe right-wing Christianity is true either.
Is Islam
right-wing Christianity does not...
Answer my question, dude.
MAGA
is Islam
does
true?
Not fight for the teachings of Christ.
Is Islam true? Is Islam true?
Islam believes in the same God as Christians. Do you believe we should welcome the stranger?
This is not a religious debate. Why is he trying to obfuscate the conversation? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, Andrew, you're losing big time right now. You got a few seconds to catch back up, Andrew, but you're getting bodied. I don't know if you know that right now.
Stranger is God and Christ commander.
Jesus Christ is God? Wait, they believe Jesus Christ is God?
It's not my religion. They believe Christ is a prophet.
So then it's
the Virgin
false.
Mary is mentioned more in the Holy Quran than she's mentioned in the Bible.
I'm going to walk you through the logic.
No, you're not.
If Jesus Christ is God.
What are the Christ
No, you're not.
teachings?
Thank you. I would have been like, no, Andrew, you're not finna walk me through nothing. All right? Are you upholding the Christian values that you claim to be upholding or not? Is that what the president is doing or not? That's what he brought up. He's like, you guys aren't standing on any of the Christian values that you say you stand on the right. That was his point.
Is the case,
for, my friend.
Then it is the case.
What are the gospel teachings your movement fights for? Your movement uses Christ as a prop, and you legislate against his commands.
Stop filibustering.
Dude, you interrupted me.
Yeah, I will not stop filibustering. I would have told him straight up, no, I'm not going to stop filibustering. If you don't want me to talk, stop asking me questions and make your dumb point, buddy. If you ask me questions, you opening me up to say what I want to say now, all right? And you interrupted me, so I'm going to interrupt you for the rest of the time we're on here, just so you know, yeah. Go ahead and try to make your point, and I'll decide whether or not I'm going to interrupt you, depending on how good your point is. Go ahead, make an attempt, and I'll let you know if you can keep talking. Word for word, what I would have said.
I asked you a single question and was getting to the follow-up, and you go on these long diatribes.
You asked
don't ask me no questions. Don't ask me no questions. You make your point, and I'll make my point. You ask me a question, then you throw the ball to me, and now it's my turn to shoot. Don't get mad when I start dunking on you if you throw me the ball. I'm just saying.
Listen to what I'm saying.
You asked 2 questions, my friend.
Logically, if it's the case that Jesus Christ is God, and that is true, then Islam has to be false, and you have to proclaim that. That is the case as a follower of Christ.
Yes, too bad the founding fathers didn't have that system in our country.
Well, the thing that's so funny is that you say that you're a progressive Catholic.
I see you in the chat, Trip. Trip thinks that Andrew Wilson is a same-sex lover and that he's a grifter. Well, you know, he is married, you know, so, you know.
About Christians.
You understand what I mean, too. I don't mean that he's married, that means he's not. I mean, yeah, he's married, so there's a good chance.
Howard, you say that Christians are out here. Oh, Andrew, Christians are out here. They should be looking at these other immigrants as religious refugees. That's what you said, your own
They're actually
words.
Christian refugees. At our border, they are Christian refugees that y'all have been socialized to call illegal.
Then how come
How come you lobbied for Kamala Harris, raised money for the Harris campaign's Democrat operative when she said that she wanted...
Because of what he's saying right now. He's saying that on the right, you guys don't really uphold Christian values. On the left, even though they may not claim to be Christian, they're upholding Christian values. I'm not saying he's correct. I'm just saying that's his point. That's his argument. Attack his argument. Like, you're just running around. You're just flailing. I've never seen Andrew flail like this. This is actually embarrassing.
Staunch border policies. She literally went to Guatemala and said, you're not allowed to come. Do not come.
I know she did. I'm not a Democrat, my friend. I'm not a Democrat.
Right, that has nothing to do with me.
Less harm than Trump's.
You happen to be a Democrat operative.
Her policies caused less harm than Trump's, my friend. And her policies were closer to the actual teachings of Christ than Trump. Let me ask you.
You see? Right, I didn't even know. Like he said, her policies, in my opinion, are closer to the teachings of Christ than Trump's. I'm not saying he's correct, but that's his argument. Deal with his argument now. Don't talk about, well, do you think Islam is true? Well, do you think Jesus is? He wants to have a religious debate now. No, this is a political debate about, are you guys upholding these values?
The exact same logic that we would have.
May I respectfully ask you one question?
You're such a hypocrite, by the way.
Will you please? May I please ask you one question now that you've asked me so many, and now that you've called me names? Dude, hit the other cheek. I can take it. Call me more names. I want to ask you something. Please tell me.
This is the face of a man that's getting bodied right now. He's getting bodied in this debate. If you can't follow, the debate is like 9-1 right now, and game point is 10.
One actual gospel commandment or teaching of Christ. Please tell me one actual gospel. Please tell us all and the viewers watching one actual gospel commandment or teaching of Christ that the MAGA movement fights for. Not what conservative Christians like. Something Christ, who is a mascot to this movement, actually commanded of us. Chapter and verse, if you can. Welcome the stranger, individuals and nations take care of.
Chapter and verse, if you can. See, I like this. I like this energy.
Your movement individuals and nations take care of the poor. Stop executing people. Your movement.
You can answer the question then.
Please do.
Do you want me to answer?
Please do.
So the truth of the matter is that if you're really as concerned with the poor as you claim, you would be all about the MAGA movement, who's trying to stop job crushing.
I'm asking you for one teaching of the poor.
Oh my God!
I'm giving it to you. Calm down.
Christ commands us to welcome the stranger.
Calm down so I can answer your question, lunatic.
I mean, how can Andrew Wilson expect...
His point, right, I don't know if we're going to get to it, but his point basically is you should be for stopping immigration because immigration hurts poor people.
To educate anyone about...
So you're saying that the biblical principle that you're advocating for is stopping immigration because that helps poor people.
Jesus?
No. You know what helps poor people? Not taxing people will help poor people.
Faith with that.
Yeah. Stop taking half of their money from their paycheck every week. That's how you help poor people. Let them keep all their money. How about that? Stop stealing it from them, making them economic slaves. It's not really so much about the immigrants more than it is about you just taking money right out of their pocket from their check.
Kind of attitude. It completely goes against what Jesus actually taught. It's the very definition of contrary to his teachings. You can't claim to speak for God while mocking people mid-conversation or calling someone a lunatic.
I think you can. Me personally, I disagree with that. I know I speak for God all the time, and I mock people all the time. I think God wants laughter.
Just because they challenge your view. That's not defending Christianity. That's performing ego under the name of faith. John Fugelsang.
I agree with that. It's not performing Christianity. It's just making fun of people.
That's a fair question. One that a lot of people avoid. Name one actual gospel commandment that the MAGA movement fights for. And notice what happened next. Instead of answering directly, Andrew started deflecting, changing topics, and attacking the person instead of addressing the point. That's what happens when faith gets replaced by politics. When your belief becomes a brand instead of a moral compass, you start defending power, not principles. Let's be real. The teachings of Christ are crystal clear. Love your neighbor. Welcome the stranger. Care for the poor. Turn the other cheek. None of those values are reflected in how the MAGA movement operates or how Andrew handled himself in that conversation. He got visibly angry at the idea that compassion could exist outside of his political identity, which is exactly the problem Fugelsang was exposing. In my opinion, this is what happens when religion gets politicized. People stop using scripture as a guide for empathy and start using it as a weapon.
Bro.
Here's how it works.
We got it.
It normalizes hostility as righteous anger. But what it really does is push
love,
forgiveness, and humility gets buried under political theory.
Bro, we got it.
I'm going to answer it precisely. Here's how it works.
claims of this guy.
If it is the case that you make these bold claims like you do in your book, that Christians ought to be paying taxes for the poor so that we could, for the poor, we got to give it all to the poor. That's what your view is.
Why is everybody doing Nick now? See, that's what I'm saying. You guys are so trash and you're exposing where you're like everybody.
Not my
Then it would be
suggestion,
the
bro.
case-
That's Jesus' suggestion.
Then it would be the case. Then it would be the case that you would not want these job-crushing waves of mass migration coming to the United States, which displace
teaching of
the
Jesus,
poor.
Andrew. Just one.
They
Give me
displace
one.
the poor.
Give me one
I
teaching
just
of Christ.
explained-
He asked for something out of the Bible, and you were like doing an indirect 3-step to like, see, but if you do this and then you do that, if you do this negative thing and this thing that Jesus didn't say, then you can help do this third thing that Jesus did say. Do 2 things that Jesus didn't say to get 1 thing done that he did say. Andrew, wow.
To you that if it's the case,
I honestly don't even think that it's worth me debating you anymore after watching this. I thought it was going to be more of a challenge. If this is all it takes to get you flustered, you could never stand toe-to-toe in a debate with me.
I just did. I just explained to you if you really want to
Literally never. Not like this.
uplift the poor, you don't do it with crushing
What
mass
Jesus
migration.
teaching did you
crazy.
explain?
I just explained to you that by your view of what Christians
What
ought to be
teaching?
doing, we are doing it. Do you not understand this? It's
Christ
internal
says that.
Bro, that was like super mental gymnastics. Well, if Christ said help the poor, right, and immigration is hurting the poor, then what we got to do is round up all these people and deport them, right? Even though Christ said the countries are supposed to welcome in new people, right? We're supposed to deport all them to help the poor. I mean, well, can't you just give the poor their money back that you took? No, we can't do that.
Individuals and nations.
Yeah, no.
Will be.
I'm keeping the money. But let's deport the people, and that will help them get more jobs, and then that job will in turn result in them having more money in a few weeks.
Judged. Christ says in Matthew 25 that individuals and nations will be judged, heaven or hell, by
tell
how
me
they
this.
care for the sick, care for the poor, welcome the stranger, and care for those in prison. MAGA legislates and votes against these commandments of Jesus.
And what was
but
the
uses
Kamala
Jesus as a-
Harris?
Look, Pierce is crying. This is so destructive. Think about it. This is such a scathing defeat from Andrew that Pierce is literally shedding a tear. Look at this. He's literally crying. He's like, I can't believe my guy is getting bodied like this.
Legislates and votes against these
Look,
commandments
Pierce
of
is
Jesus.
like, oh my God, like I've never seen anything this bad.
What was the Kamala Harris? What was the Kamala Harris Christian doctrine that you were for?
Kamala Harris is closer by light years to the teachings of Christ than the Republican Party, but I don't consider the Democrats. I'm not a Democrat. What are you?
Right. Yeah, he's not a Democrat. I mean, asking him to name a specific policy is fair, but asking him to defend what they believe in, I mean, you're walking a fine line. You know what I mean? It's like he don't really have to defend that. All he said is, I feel like her ideas were closer than Trump's. He never said that she has Christian. He said no, but hers are closer at least than Trump's. I feel like Trump's aren't even trying to be. At least they're attempting it. Whether they fall short or not is not up to him to defend. I hope that makes sense.
Anti-racism, women's equality, on helping the poor, on making healthcare more accessible, and having less gun violence. I could do it all day, my friend.
All right, Isabel.
So, was that the epistle
Hang on,
made it
let
up?
Isabel
Jesus said,
talk.
"Thou shalt not have guns."
Gentlemen,
Who is Isabel?
there's the lady on the panel talk.
There's a lady here?
Please.
Man, Andrew Wilson's response.
Yeah. I think that's it. Listen, Andrew, wow. Yeah, honestly, I used to look at you like, he's kind of best in show. Maybe, when, I get to a certain point, where it's worth it for me to start seeking out, these big platforms, it'll be worth it to take somebody like him down in a defeat. But, I mean, after this, I mean, there's no meat on the bones. You know what I mean? Pause. There's no meat on the bones. All right, let's take a brief intermission. Since Tripp wants to see this, all right? I don't really want to see this. I don't want to see this, but Tripp wants to see it. So, as you can see here, listen, I promise I was forced to look at this yesterday on TikTok. That's the only reason why I'm forcing you guys to look at it now. All right? I am embarrassed to say that I've shared the stage with this man. I've been on this platform That's right. I'm on this platform a few times. I had no idea what I was sharing the platform with, all right? But this is McToon's channel. Look at this. Look at this. Look, furries around the world. See this? Furry Florette Mallory. This is not like some hidden footage that McToon is trying to keep. This is posted on his page right here. This is YB, all right? I don't ever, in the history of life, ever want to hear anybody bring this person's name up to me ever again. Never bring this person's name up to me, all right? After this, I'm embarrassed I even did this. Honestly, I need to turn my, look. Tim. I don't want no part of this, all right? Don't even put me on the screen. Don't even put me on the screen for this. This is YB. This is y'all boy. That's McToon right there, watching his own videos or editing his own videos, whatever. Hold on, let me double check. Is this actually McToon.live? Oh my God, it is. This is who they had me debated on Modern Day Debates. This is who they think that I got embarrassed by. Bro, I found this because the dudes on TikTok were like, because, you know, like I said, I'm on there debating, you know, almost like every other day. One of the dudes came in the chat and was like, dude, I saw you debate McToon. He embarrassed you. And I started flashing on him. I'm like, embarrass me? I'm like, never. I mean, I debated McToon 2-on-1, him and Globey McGlowface versus me, and I bodied both of them. And this was early in my career. I mean, now, I'm like, McToon would never sit in front of me now. And then the other dudes were like, hey, you know McToon is a furry, right? I'm like, what? What are you talking about? And they're like, McToon is a furry. I'm like, bro, that's what I'm saying. This is not, I'm not talking about like you caught him doing some random stuff once in a while. This is his lifestyle. This is his lifestyle. Why do you think he got so mad during that debate when Matt brought up him and the children thing? Why do you think he got so effing mad? Think about it. Why would he get so mad? Remember, I was saying that the whole time. I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, McToon. I would have never even thought that you were doing weird stuff with underage people until you reacted that way. That's really what I said. I'm like, bro, why are you so mad? Like, he's obviously trolling you, or maybe he's not. Maybe he's not trolling. Turns out, bruh. Look at YB. Look at what I actually debated that. Wow. Trip, how come you didn't show me this before? This is your fault, Trip. This is your fault. All right? I know we didn't know each other back then, but you were supposed to show me this before I debated him, all right? It's your fault. It's your fault, bro. This is wild. What is he doing with the video, though? I'm like, what was the direction right here? For real, like, what is the direction right here? So I'm gonna stand inside the globe. I'm gonna put my puppet outside the globe, right? And then when you zoom out, I'm gonna be wearing the same face as the puppet. Very creative. And then what is this? and then I'm gonna stand around the metal wire globe and zoom in. What are you trying? Right. Hey kids, you like? This is not a kid show, all right? Let me be clear, all right? This is not a kid show at whatsoever, all right? I am not masquerading like a furry, trying to look like some kid's toy so that way children will like me, all right? Hell no, all right? Get me off of this. Get me off of this. Get me. Trip, this is on the same channel that he debates on. Look. He's like, all right, I'm gonna put the puppet in the corner, all right, and then zoom in on the puppet. That's fire. Woo! He back there like, oh, such a good shot. Oh my God, yes. Oh, zoom in on the puppet. Oh my God. Dude. Look at this. Look, Trip, he been doing this, Trip, how old is this Escalade, Trip, he been doing this. Look at this. Trip, he messes with black guys too. That's why he's always so nice to me. That's why when I tell him shut up, he just goes. Yeah, that's why when I shut him down, he laughs like I poked him in the stomach. Oh my God. I honestly don't think I can take it. For real, I feel like I gotta go take another shower today. All right, I gotta go take another shower now. Listen, I apologize to my watchers and to all the watchers out there, you know what I mean? All the watchers and the happy gang and the real offenders, I'm sorry, all right? I apologize. This is probably the only time you're ever gonna hear me make a public apology about anything. I'm sorry for even associating with this, for real. Like, I'm on this channel a few times. This is, wow. Like, I do not condone any of this, all right? Now, I'm not opposed to cosplay. I like cosplaying, all right? But this is on a whole nother level, all right? This is not cosplaying. This is something completely different. Do not confuse the two, all right? All right, for all you people at Comic-Con is fine. Do it at Comic-Con, all right? Do it, you know what I mean, but just doing it in your regular life, like going to conventions, having memberships, having meetups. I don't know how I'm gonna do the rest of the show after that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm basically furry adjacent now. I'm furry adjacent. All right, should we make fun of Officer Tatum? Should we talk about how white women have began to fight back against other white women? I mean, I honestly don't remember what happened in this. I just know that I was eating popcorn the whole time. What else did I have on here? We did Andrew Wilson. Should we do Officer Tatum first or white women fight back? Dude, I'm literally furry adjacent, or Can Grift Owens. We can do Can Grift Owens. You know what? I don't really want to talk about Can Grift. I'm not gonna lie. Can Grift Owens, as I've been saying, is the most boring person on the internet, and I don't even really want to promote her or anything like that. So let's do this. Let's do Let's do white women fight back, and then we'll close out making fun of Officer Tatum. Yeah. Let's do white women fight back first, because I already watched this whole thing, and I think I can get a feel of where to skip, I think, once we start watching it.
Good ones.
All right, here we go.
But those few that are sure making that entire race look bad.
Okay, it's a whole lot of things that I could have said to go back and refute specific things.
I voted for Donald
Channel.
Shout out Reese Waters. Like I said, Reese Waters has been keeping me entertained throughout this time. Very few people are still attempting to be funny, and I appreciate him for doing that, you know.
Hey, shout out to all of our subscribers and members here on the channel.
Yeah, I saw that trip. I don't know if I can handle that and the furries in the same episode. My heart can only take so much, bro. My heart can only take so much.
My name is Reese Waters, and I'm trouble. Now, we've discussed a number of different groups in this space this year.
You want to talk about regretting your vote? I never thought I'd say that, but I regret my vote. I voted for Trump.
As a Hispanic, I voted for Donald J. Trump. Dude, I regret it so much, man.
I feel guilty because I voted for Trump twice. I feel very guilty because I feel responsible.
But one group we have yet...
Why would y'all feel guilty?
...to address, and has been having a bit of a tough time, has been white women.
Hey, fellow white women who voted for Kamala, this is not our opportunity to use black women to ask them to do the labor of providing us with comfort and alleviating our fear and anxiety over the election. We're also not going to come to black women expecting them to give us a pat on the back and say, we know you're not one of the bad ones. You did what you could, hun. And also, it is not our place to go to black women when they are criticizing white women. I mean, have you looked at the numbers? And to tell them, not me, it wasn't me, I'm one of the good ones. Stop putting that on black women. Stop it. Don't do it. If you've got big feelings of fear and trepidation about the future, about our rights as women, if you have intense anger and disappointment at other white women, shame about our demographic, stop asking black women to manage those feelings for you. You are a grown-ass woman, and you get to deal with them. And then how you can turn those feelings.
Damn! Listen, I don't necessarily agree with everything she's saying, but damn!
Into effective strategic action.
Oh, I like this. Yeah.
I should have brought my popcorn in here today. I'm like, this is getting good again.
My black women that are my friends, if we follow each other on here, my acquaintances, I'm sorry. You don't ever have a reason to trust white women again. 52% voted against their own best interest over race. You'll never convince me that wasn't why. And I'm sorry. For those of you who wasted your third-party vote, I'm so disgusted and disheartened. You knew that they would never put that third party in office, so you wasted your vote, and it made a difference. It made a difference in the states where he won. So don't ask me for shit.
So a white woman friend of mine got reported to HR at work because of something that she said to a colleague.
Okay.
And when you're the black friend,
I don't necessarily agree with this story, but go on.
You received the text message.
And even in the last one, I don't necessarily agree with what these women are saying. I just find this whole thing interesting. You know what I mean? They are turning on each other, and it's making for great entertainment.
Just asking for advice. And so I just want to share with you what this text said. Printed it out. Here we go. Hey Z, hope you're doing well. Hope you don't mind me texting, but I've gotten myself into quite a situation at work. Long story short, I had a very heated conversation with a colleague last week. It came about because she was upset with me. She felt after a conversation together the prior day that my language and tone had been rude and condescending. So she pulled me into her office the next day to let me know how she felt. But unfortunately, read my book.
We're going to fast forward to the end of this story. Sorry.
Might be called assertive. We get called aggressive. She asked what other terms she should be aware of, and you know what I told her? Google is a powerful tool. Also, read my book, Black People Breathe, especially the chapter called RESPECT at work. I got a follow-up text from her thanking me for my advice, saying that she had a really, really good conversation that was emotional with her colleague. And
So apparently white women are turning on other white women and reaching out to black women all across the planet for advice on how they have been handling this shit the whole time.
that tears were shed.
I'm just watching, all right?
But it is all good now. And while I am so happy for her, I also had to share with her the complexity of white women's tears and these things happening, and then white women crying and making themselves the center of attention when they were the ones that committed harm. So I hope this was educational. And if you are somebody that's been called aggressive, I'm curious, how did that pan out? And if you are an aspiring ally, I ask you, have you ever called anybody aggressive?
All right.
It's a little passive aggressive for my taste, but you know, go on.
Now what did we learn?
So I reached out to a couple of people today to kind of, you know, check in, see how they were doing, because I know I've been struggling all day. And one of the people that I reached out to was a white woman like myself, and she echoed my sentiment, just absolutely devastated and couldn't believe this has happened. How could it happen? Why did it happen? Offered support to one another and words of, you know, encouragement. But another person that I had reached out today, she's a black woman my age. And she was like, yeah. And
think about it. Are they talking about Trump being in office? She's like, how could this happen? How could I not get what I want? I'm so black women, how do you guys handle never getting what you want this whole time? I'm devastated. I wanted something to happen and it didn't. Black women, help us.
it's also she couldn't understand my disbelief. And it dawned on me. It's because black women have been going through this for years. This is just another fucking slap in the face. As a white woman?
Yeah, black people never get what they want. You feel me? Now you guys ain't getting what you want, and all hell is breaking loose, ain't it? Yeah, the mountains are crumbling.
As a woman of privilege, I wasn't brought up with privilege, but I do recognize and know exactly what white privilege is, and I am a woman of white privilege. I'm not used to being told no if we vote, right? It's like...
She admits it. She admits it. She's like, I had to really do some soul searching. I don't like being told no. There, I said it.
I tried hard. I busted my ass. I talked the talk. I walked the walk. How the fuck could this happen?
Oh my God, you tried hard. You busted your ass. You talked the talk. You walked the walk, and you still got put in jail. I mean, my bad. Sorry.
How could this happen? It's not right. It's not fair. But black women, you're used to it. And for that, I am so fucking sorry.
She said it's not fair. They are melting down over the fact that Trump got elected again. And they're like, how could I not get what I want? And then they look over at black women like, oh my God, they never get what they want.
I am so sorry.
That's well said. Yeah, that's well said. That explains the difference in energy that we happen to be feeling right now. That was good. Anybody else?
I pray to God that this does not come off as offensive to anybody, because I mean this with the utmost love and
I have a feeling this is not going the way we think it's going.
respect from the bottom of my whole entire heart. But when a black woman calls me baby, there is so much. What kind of magic are you putting in there?
Oh.
Because that shit hits harder than crack.
I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Every single time, every encounter in my life.
She's like, I just got called baby by a black lady. I didn't know it sounded like that.
Life that I have had with a black woman where she calls me baby, I have never felt more loved and supported in my entire life. I feel almost imprinted on. Like, are you my mother? I will go to the
that's because she is your mother, all right? She gave birth to you.
ends of the earth for that woman. Okay, ride or die, because it may have just been a very quick one-time encounter for her, but for me, you don't understand. We're like this. How, call me.
Trip, you understand why I had it? I'm like, what the hell is going on in these streets right now? What is going on in the streets?
If you gotta reach me, because I will do whatever. How can I be of service?
Oh my God.
That's not really what I was looking for.
Well, that's what that's what I'm looking for. If you need to be of service, I'm just saying I got a few positions that I might be able to fit. You know what? Go ahead.
Quite frankly, but thank you for sharing. Now, y'all remember what Mama used to say? They also include Jay-Z. What you doing over here? Oh, see, we got somebody upset in the back. We knew there would be one.
All right.
So I think I speak for most white women when I say.
Here you go. All right. This is giving off the energy that I knew that I'm looking for. All right. Here we go. Now we're getting good. Here we go. I'm like, this is what I'm used to. I'm not used to all that other lovey-dovey. Oh my God, black women are so amazing. I'm not used to that. All right. I'm used to this right here. All right. Here we go. Here we go.
So I think I speak for most white women when I say.
Oh, you got it? You want to take that?
You got it?
You got it.
Hey.
So I think I speak for most white women when I say.
Hey, my bad. I'll go ahead and mute up then. Yeah. Let me mute up. You got it.
We are sick and tired of seeing the dear white women videos that black women are making about us.
And many people are saying, you know what, continue.
The point to where we're waking up every morning thinking, okay, what are we going to get blamed for today?
Okay, so wait a minute. Are we still talking about black women? Or have we moved on into marriage counseling?
Oh, black people can't be racist. Yes, you motherfucking can be, miss.
Okay, so just to play devil's advocate, they may not like you. But that doesn't make them racist.
Hey, that's facts.
It's called prejudice. They are not the same. Okay, continue.
Black people are racist to white people every day. And why? It's because they have no fear of...
Even though that ain't even true, you are mad at the social construct that your people created.
Right, she's like, black people are racist to white people every day. I mean, well...
Imagine it.
To be hateful and racist to white people.
Okay, so in this instance, we're gonna put a reverse Uno and ask, are you being a victim?
No, yeah, right, yeah, no, you can't do that, yeah. Racism doesn't matter, remember, right? Racism, I mean, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Why are you complaining?
Name it, it would happen. But black people can do it, and it's perfectly fine, and it's perfectly acceptable. That is black.
Okay, so which one of your privileges are you utilizing at this current moment? Is it your alligator tear?
And one of them even went as far to say is, if you want...
One of them? Come here. You see, I don't think people have a problem with you because of your color, okay? This cat's out the bag. I simply think it's your aura. It's your energy. It's very negative. Nancy. Hello.
Want to go?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
No, trust me, it's not.
It's not?
That's the guy.
Oh, I get it. I'm not persecuted. I'm just an ass.
Every day it's something else. You can't wear braids. You can't wear this type of clothes. You can't listen to this type of music.
Yeah, many people would say, welcome to the life of a black high school student.
Yeah, and also, don't forget, you can't do things as a social construct is born out of you can't do things as a legal construct for black people, right? Remember when it was illegal for a black man to touch a white woman? Remember? That's right. It wasn't illegal for a white woman to touch a black man. You do know that, right? In the country that you live in. I would go to jail if we got caught having sex. If you violated me, I would go to jail.
Santa Claus is now black.
Come here. Closer.
Like, if your main focus in the day is cutting down white women...
That's a real gnarly statement of you. Thank you. Carry on.
But those few that are sure making that entire race look bad.
And that's a great way to end this segment. You have the day that you deserve, ma'am.
Hello. Okay, it's a whole lot of things that I could have said to go back and refute specific things and elements of our argument and all this and that. And but I'll just say this. You want to trade? Huh? Y'all want to trade?
Right, exactly. Right? Are you saying you would rather be born a black person in this country than a white person? Is that what you're saying? I don't think that's what you're saying at all. I don't think that's what you're saying. I think that you look at the 99 things that you have over us, and you compare it to the one thing that we have over you, which is the ability to talk mad shit, and you don't like that, and you want to come for that 1%. I think that's what it sounded like. You're like, yeah, I know that, all government officials, all major businesses, all regulations are all decided by non-black people, but y'all get to talk so much shit, all right? Y'all talk too much shit, and I don't like it. I want to be able to talk shit like that. I know, listen, even in the negative situation that we're in, we still make our one ability to talk shit that we have over you look so much better that you want to come over to this side, but like you said, I know if you think about it deeply, that's not what you're asking for. You're not saying I would rather be born in a dark person situation. You just want to talk shit like us. Listen, that don't have nothing to do with the laws, all right? Let me tell you right now, that don't got nothing to do with the laws. It don't matter what the laws say or what's going on socially, all right? Black people talk shit because you ain't gonna do nothing, all right? That's really what it comes down to.
Because all the things that y'all say are unfair, right? All the things y'all say are unfair, all the freedoms.
If you want to be able to talk shit like black people, you have to have a certain aura of non-fear about you. That is what is in the shit-talking black man or woman that you guys don't understand. It's the non-fear. You know what I mean? It's the if I'm looking at somebody in the eyes and I don't look at you as a predator, all right? I look at you as prey. So I get to say whatever I want to you and you're not going to do nothing about it. And if you do something, I'm ready for you. I'm ready. Let's get it.
Black people have the white people can't take advantage of, get to make racial jokes. We get to rap the whole verse to Glorilla, without having to edit ourselves in public. You know what I mean? All the stuff that we get to do, would you trade so that we now have the power structure in this country, politically and financially? Like, would you?
Yeah. Would you trade it for the board seats on the Federal Reserve? How about that? We'll let you guys say the N-word, right? I mean, again, you can say whatever you want. I'm just making a joke, all right? But we'll trade our ability to talk shit and say whatever we want for your 9 seats on the Federal Reserve Board. How about that, right? Or what is it, 8? Is there one dark-skinned person out of the 9? All right, so you get 1 seat on the Federal Reserve Board, we get 8 seats on the Federal Reserve Board, but in turn, you get to talk shit and we don't. That sounds like a fair trade to me.
Like to trade because you're at such a disadvantage. So at the end of the day, if that's not a trade you're willing to make, you told on yourselves.
Okay, white women. So now that we're feeling excluded from and kicked out of Dr. Barlow's Hillman Chalk University, we're finally ready to have these conversations. I mean, okay, but it's not a good look for us that it took until we felt personally affected by all of this stuff to really take an interest. So let's talk about why we don't need to be in this particular space at this present moment learning from these black women. Every single generation has some huge, awful, newsworthy event that really highlights how poorly black people can be treated. And as it turns out, this is not our generation's first go around. It's only been 5 years since George Floyd was red-rummed.
And less than 100 years since Black Wall Street was completely bombed off the face of the planet, displacing hundreds of thousands to millions of very wealthy black families. That's right.
At that time, we learned about the Black Lives
Matter. And only about 120 since they stole hundreds of millions of acres of land from all the black people that had it here in America. You know what I mean? Let's not forget about that either. I mean, while you're talking about it.
Matter movement.
Shout out George Floyd, though, but I mean,
which, by the way, was started.
Black Wall Street, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street in Mississippi. Don't forget the one in North Carolina, all destroyed by American government intervention just to help her out.
By 3 black women more than a decade ago. We went to protests and we went to marches. And at that time, black women had some hope. They gave us reading lists and they made content for us, articles and books and videos, trying so hard through their pain and their rage and their grief to explain things to us, to help us to understand.
All right, shout out her. I like her sentiment, but it's this last lady that I really like. Honestly, this kind of caught me off guard. I had no idea what to expect from this last lady, but we're gonna check her out, and then we're gonna move on to making fun of Officer Tatum.
Internet, all of
actually saw you
have the
and think about what I wanted to say, so I didn't want to give the typical answer. That is true, but it's a lot more complicated than that. Color or nothing, because that is true, but it's a lot more complicated than that.
Here we go.
I even wrote out all of my points so that I wouldn't forget anything and that I could be as concise as possible, but this may still be a little long. First, some ground rules. This is my opinion. I am here to explain how I see this, but not to excuse anyone's behavior. And yes, white people are not a monolith, but I also think that way too many do not reflect on these issues, and I will mention why. And white people, if you're watching this is for Mark and other black people. So before you start popping off in the comments, maybe you need to sit down and reflect on what I'm about to say, because I don't think we reflect enough on these kind of things. So here we go. So white fragility is real. I'm not going to explain what white fragility is. Black people probably know. If you don't know and you're white, go look it up. Google is your friend. But I think every single white person, experiences white fragility. Those who experience it a little, experience it as guilt, and those who experience it a lot, display it as anger. Anger is a secondary emotion to other emotions, mainly to hurt and fear. As I mentioned in my video 2 years ago, you can go look, it's pinned at the top of my page, which was a discussion about why white women hate black women. It's really because we fear them, but more accurately, we are intimidated by them. I believe that these feelings of intimidation actually carry over to white men, and maybe even more intensely, because white men are born into a supremacist patriarchal society that was set up for them and puts them at the top of the society without even having to do anything but be born. They just have to be born. And they're automatically the best, accordingly. In general, that concept applies to all white people, because our identity starts and for some of us ends with the color of our skin. Most of us, a lot of us, many of us feel like we don't have the need to prove our because our identity starts and for some of us ends with the color of our skin. Most of us, a lot of us, many of us feel like we don't have the need to prove ourselves because we've been sold the story that being white simply just makes us better. We are unmotivated to educate ourselves, to develop community, to work for our rights. See what's going on right now in the country. All these white people are giving lip service to, oh, it's so bad, what are we going to do? But nobody's out here organizing. Nobody's doing a damn thing. We all know that black women are the ultimate organizers. White people don't know how to organize. They don't have community. They just know how to complain. And, we just think...
I'm not saying it, all right? I'm just...
Everything is going to be okay for us, and we're going to come out on top because we're white, because of the color of our skin. So then when we see black people who are educated and have culture and have community, besides appropriating that, we realize that we really do have no identity outside of our whiteness, no uniqueness. We have no ties to any heritage. White is a social construct. It's not even really a race. So we hate you because we can't admit that your existence intimidates us. Because
woo! Oh my God! I'm gonna slow this down. Yeah, let's. I'm sorry. One more time, please, God. Listen. Of course, this is not. She's just explaining why people like Nick are the way that he is, right? Because if you're Nick and you were born being told that this is your country and this country was made for you, and then you look around the world and you see people like me doing better than you, it challenges your belief in yourself. It challenges your self-identity, because you're like, I'm supposed to be better than him, but they're clearly better than me at everything. And so, like she said, that fear turns into hate. Or sometimes it turns into guilt. But in this day and age, a lot of times it's turning into hate. So this is just for those people. If the shoe don't fit, then don't wear it.
That requires vulnerability and self-reflection and emotional maturity.
Hey, if the dog ain't hit, it won't holler.
Which most people in general don't have, and certainly white people, they don't possess that. And probably even more so white men, because you have to add in there a hefty dose of toxic masculinity. So if we admit that we are intimidated by you, then to us, in our mind, consciously or unconsciously, that would make us weak, or maybe more appropriately, inferior.
And do you see what the problem is? You see why I never even give any lip service to Nick like that, other than using it to make a point? Is because this is what he is. He is a guy that quote unquote hates black people because he is in fear of his existence being terminated due to his lack of ability to breed. Or maybe he just likes men in general, so he knows that his ability to breed is meaningless, and because of that, he is in fear of dark-skinned people because his identity starts and ends with the color of his skin. I mean, she said it perfect. For most of them, or not most, but for a lot of them, their identity starts and ends with the color of our skin. None of our identity has anything to do with the color of our skin. We know that. It has nothing to do with the color of our skin. Even if it's related to the color of our skin, it's about the struggle that we went through, that we're trying to fight out of as a result of the color of the skin, which is, again, you feel me? Like, I shouldn't have to explain that, but none of us see each other like, well, he's dark, so that means this, or he's light skinned, so that means this. In a joking way, sure, but not in reality. We are who we are. A lot of light skinned people, they see themselves as the color of their skin. And so, because you identify with that, if you see darker people doing better, it challenges your self-identity. It makes you feel inferior if that's how you identify. You can't identify with the success of dark-skinned people if you see yourself as light skin. And that's unfortunate. That's their problem. It's their problem. Remember, I talked about this last time when I was like the end of white supremacy. Remember, I'm like, it's their problem. It don't got nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? But they're starting to realize it, right? She's starting to realize it, and she's fighting back. She's like, oh, okay, no. We're being torn down by our false sense of identity with the color of our skin, and that causes us to hate other people because their identity, in our point of view, challenges our superiority, you know? And listen, it's their problem. It don't got nothing to do with me, all right? Where's my popcorn?
And that is with odds at what we have.
One more time.
To us, if we admit that we are intimidated by you, then to us, in our mind, consciously or unconsciously, that would make us weak, or maybe more appropriately, inferior. And that is with odds at what we have been taught. There's a cognitive dissonance there, right?
It's at odds with what they've been taught. How is she so on point? Oh my God! This is why I never. You guys always. I'm like, I love white people, for real. I love white people, Jewish people, Asian. I love all the good people around the world and the bad ones, but the good ones more than the bad ones. It has nothing to do with the color of the skin at all. Nothing to do with that. But they think it does. So because they think it does, it's destroying them. As she's saying, our identity is this, and so if we acknowledge that we're intimidated by it, cognitive dissonance, because we were told that we're better, but I see them being better. It's like, how do you even reason that? You just go crazy and you start hating people. I mean,
our whole lives. This also applies to other non-white races, the way we view them. So that's why we hate you and negate your accomplishments with things like DEI trope and suppressing education like critical race theory or factual black history. It's because we have been raised to see ourselves a certain way our whole lives. And again, your existence threatens that, adds to cognitive dissonance, makes us feel intimidated, and therefore we express that white fragility and that intimidation in anger, because that feels better to some of us, or guilt, like I said, for some of us who maybe don't, rise to the level of anger.
Right.
So thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Oh, that was brilliant. Honestly, Julie 9626. I don't agree with the part about DEI. I don't agree with the part about critical race theory, but the foundations of what you're saying is correct. That's what I was trying to say during that, white supremacy is overstream. Because I'm like, it don't got nothing to do with us. They're completely afraid and intimidated because they've been lied to that their identity is tied to the color of their skin, and now they have to either break out of that or they're going to crumble under that weight. It don't have nothing to do with us. The only thing they can do is try to get us to be riled up. That way they can have an excuse to be like, oh, look at them, look at them. If you ignore them, they go away, all right? If nobody talks about Nick, he will go away, I promise. Nobody will ever care about him after a certain point. Look at the Bill O'Reillys and all this. Listen, the minute that you make your stance on I'm better than black people, you're cooked, all right? Nobody gets to say I'm better than black people or I'm better than white people or I'm better than anybody and think that you're just going to get confirmation of that from reality, all right? That's not how it works. And black people, we don't say that kind of stuff because we don't see ourselves as black people. We see ourselves as people. The only time that we start seeing ourselves as black is when you guys start calling us black. All right, you guys were the one that created that social construct of white and black. All right, so we never created that, and we don't see each other or you as that. Shout out Trip in the chat. I don't know which one you're talking about, Trip, so I'm gonna just pretend like I didn't see that one. All right. We'll leave canned Griff Owens alone for the day, and we'll end on Officer Tatum. Let's see. I haven't watched this whole video yet. I haven't watched this whole video yet, so this is kind of my first reaction a little bit.
Brand new Officer Tatum action desk. He's got one position.
Israel first. Change my mind.
And he will not budge. Press his cap and watch him nod in agreement all day long.
Now, Officer Tatum, it is at this time, I'm going to request that you put the phone and the laptop down. Just take a, they got action figures, man. They got action figures. They made up a whole Track APAC donation meme with watermelons and chicken. I don't even know what they would put on that net. Thunderbird, bro, you don't want that. We don't want to find out together. Put the phone down.
Oh, put it down.
To all the members here on the channel, don't forget to like the video. I am Reese Waters, and this is Who Raised Y'all, where we highlight those unique individuals going above and beyond to make society worse.
We had only one incident where a small child spit on one of the pastors, and immediately after there was an adult that came by and said, that's not a representation of who we are.
Bro said, they are not racist, all right? I was out there for a week. I only got spit on one time.
We love you guys. You got it.
And it was by a child, not an adult, as if that makes it better.
Always welcome.
Who did the child learn it from? You think that the child came out of the womb hating dark-skinned people? That's what you think? You think that the child don't like dark-skinned people, but the parents, they love black people. But the child, no. He don't agree with his parents. He don't agree. He has his own mind. He thinks black people are terrible while his parents love black people.
And I have to say, no adults gave us any grief. We had no issues whatsoever.
Yeah, we only got spit on one time is wild. We only got spit on one time.
You know, the kinds of people you'll see asking to speak to the manager at the pearly gates.
I want to talk to the manager.
Officer Tatum, they got to call me down from my job to come get you. They got to call me down from my job to come get you. What you got going on, man? I mean, really, why can't black MAGAs just comply? Why is it's always an issue with the black MAGA-dom and you need us to come down there? What they talking about now?
He goes, I don't take money from Israel. I don't take money.
Oh, you do it for free then? Wow. Wow. Good.
Yeah, hell no. You see how like Nick, think about it. All Nick does is he imitates black people all day. Think about it. He's so afraid of black people that his entire identity is just mocking black people, talking about how bad black people are. And that's why I said Andrew Wilson and everybody's trying to do Nick now, because they're like, well, I don't know. Like, you guys all started doing that because Nick made it cool to pretend like he has a black voice while also saying he hates black people. If you hate black people, then don't talk like us.
He's shilling for...
He didn't say nothing wrong. He didn't say...
See, and to you, Reese, I'm like, I don't really care if an idiot is attacking another idiot, all right? They're both idiots. Just because somebody starts attacking my enemy, that don't mean I automatically start liking him, all right? Just so you know. Stop promoting these people just because they attack your enemies, all right? For real. Keep him off the internet. Let him live in his own bubble, and then eventually nobody will know who he is.
Sometimes these are the things that you need to hear. Okay? I can't know. You can't.
While at the same time, I will say, Officer Tatum, you better be getting a check from Israel.
Can't call on the liberals and the progressives to come save you from the truth about yourself. I mean, really. Are you gonna go back out there? Really?
And then you go and look at it and you go, oh, they give money to left and right. Duh, they're a lobbying organization. That's what they're supposed to do, is lobby. And this is the thing that the woke right. Can I use that on the side?
Yeah, that's whatever you want.
My words, not yours. Woke.
But they're not registered as a foreign lobby while they are lobbying, though.
Right. This is what they have a lens of anti-Semitism, so everything they see has to be in the front. Maybe, just maybe, AIPAC supports people who...
Yeah, no, I agree with that, Trip, but at least he's trying to make it funny. At least he's trying to make it entertaining, you know what I mean?
Support Israel.
Like, did anybody watch Jon Stewart back in the day? Did anybody watch Jon Stewart? I don't think they did. Reese at least acts like he watched Jon Stewart and is trying to, you know what I mean?
Not that AIPAC is making people support Israel through some little money that you're giving them. These people already support Israel. Like, if I ran for office, I don't get AIPAC money. Why? Because I'm a Zionist. And they love a person like me. So they'll give me money. It's not that I don't like Israel and I want nothing to do with Israel. But in order for me...
A black Zionist?
To get elected, they're going to give me $40,000 and I'm going to somehow turn on my morals and turn against everything I ever believed to support Israel.
Hey, you remember a few years ago when Candace Owens was saying the exact same thing? I know everybody just forgot quick because she is like, on to the next grift, no matter what it is. But you guys remember when Candace Owens was calling herself a Zionist?
I mean, I hope you're getting money. I hope you're getting money. Don't tell me you out here doing the thing that everybody else is doing to get money for free. Like, don't.
Yeah, no, that's not real. That can't be real. Officer Tatum better not be going this hard for Israel for free. No.
That's going to be a whole nother dragon, Officer Tatum. And we all going to get involved. We are the world. We are the children. With Michael Jackson looking disgusted at the lack of talent around him in the room. That's going to be all of us dragging you. If, come to find out, you not getting paid.
He's a fucking idiot. Brandon Tate.
Yeah, and you, see, not even worth it, bro. Not even worth it. You know what I mean? Like, think about it. All Nick ever does is complain about people not talking to him. That's all he does. Well, Tucker won't talk to me. Well, Dave Smith won't talk to me. Well, this person won't talk to me. See, that's what happens when you don't get asked. When you don't get asked, you're worried about who is and who's not talking to you. That's all he cares about. Come have a conversation, talk to me, make me feel good. Why does anybody care? And if you watch Nick and you follow Nick,
you have collected around you. Matter of fact, I think you got a couple comments too. Let's see. Track AIPAC, Brandon Tatum. Receipt.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
Y'all couldn't at least gave him boneless? You know what I mean? Like, give him a salad. You know, I make a salad with probably some strips, maybe. Not the whole bucket of chicken, though. Not the whole bucket of chicken. Now, Tatum trying to fight back. He says, I don't get why people are buying Fuentes' makeover. As he moves closer to the mainstream, he's busily denying violent intent, yet his 2024 statements made it clear. And let's see how they done put watermelon. Tatum put watermelon. Hey, at least your rates went up. You know, at least your rates went up. I've never had those two together, despite the stereotype. Let me know. Let me know. Because you seem like the type that would just sit down and eat that in public. That's all.
Brand new Officer Tatum action desk. He's got one position.
Israel first. Change my mind.
He will not budge. Press his cap and watch him nod in agreement all day long.
They got merch. That's good. That's good. Look, it's hard. It's hard to move merch these days. I knew how hard it was to get it set up on my YouTube. So they set that up for you, Officer Tatum. That's solid. Not a bad way to make $7K. Did they write the post for you? Now, Officer Tatum, it is at this time, I'm going to request that you put the phone and the laptop down. Just take a, you know what I mean? They got action figures, man.
Yeah, I would have suggested that a long time ago, but I mean, since we're here, I say keep going. I don't know. I'm on the side of let him crash all the way out.
They got action figures. They made up a whole track.
I really hope he's getting a check for it, though. If he's not getting a check, then this is the most tragic case of an idiot I've ever seen.
APAC donation meme with watermelons and chicken. I don't even know what they would put on that net. Thunderbird? Like, bro, you don't want that. We don't want to find out together. Put the phone down.
Oh, put it down.
From Officer Tatum, Nick Fuentes. Erica Kirk is a spook. Erica is a plant. His wife was put with him in an arranged marriage. Tucker Carlson claimed to be Charlie's friend, yet chose to not.
Well, see, listen, Nick. I agree with the first part, Nick, but so are you. All right? All of you guys are. All right? You all came out of black women. All right? And if you came out of a light-skinned woman, she's just a light-skinned black woman, all right? Stop hating yourself. Where did this come from? Like, that caught me. What the hell?
I pushed back against a man who publicly smeared Charlie's wife after his death. Now, you could look at that as smearing his wife, or you could look at that as protecting Charlie.
Yeah. Listen, that second half seems to be true, but why does she gotta be a that?
I mean,
I've never even said that word before. I don't even know how those words sound coming off my lips. Pause. That's something that's so weird for you to say about somebody, bro.
Because like, in any attacks,
you have run out of words. Like you have low IQ, low vocabulary. You're reaching for insults that came from the 70s. You can't even make up new stuff. Nick, you suck. And the only reason why you're relevant is because all these people are mad at the dumb shit that you say. If you didn't talk about black people, you would be nowhere. I'm glad I can be your muse, Nick, all right? I am your muse, for real.
His wife are seen as an affront to him, then there is no way to protect him against her. And that goes just for anybody. So what was he talking about?
To the extent, look, Erica Kirk is
my God.
spook. I've seen enough.
I thought it was just a tweet. Oh my God.
Erica Kirk is a plant. We all know that. That is a fact.
Why does anybody care about this face? No, for real, like, you think that if we walked in a room anywhere on the planet and you saw this face, anybody would even notice this person in the room? They wouldn't even notice this person. That's why he's so upset. Remember what that lady said, right? It either turns to guilt or to hate. You know why? Because it's high class fear. I mean, this is the fear of God in this man right here. And not even just him, Officer Tatum and Myron too, for real. Like, you know why Myron, Officer Tatum, Nick, you know why they act the way they do? Because they're scared of black people. They're scared of me. No, for real. It's because they're scared of me. That's right. Because they look at me in the eye and they know I'm not playing and they don't want to see me in any fair arena. They don't want to see me in free capitalism or on a basketball court or in a debate. They don't want to do that. So you know what they do? They try to paint a narrative about black people that they're negative, so that way they can be the one that's lifted up by bringing other people down, right? They can't bring themselves up, so you know what they're gonna do? They have to bring the collective image of black people down, so that way I feel better about myself. Like, why would you ever be afraid of somebody like that or even care? I mean, let him do it. Like, it's not gonna do anything but hurt him, and if it works, it works. I'm still gonna be me at the end of the day.
That is basically established. She was shopping around for a political husband. God knows where she comes from. She found one in Charlie Kirk. Do you think Charlie Kirk is the Riz master? He's not a good-looking guy.
What do you mean God knows where she comes from? We know exactly where she comes from. We know what her parents did.
Dude, you know what she said on a podcast? I saw a clip of her on a podcast, and she said, I can't focus with him in the room because I'm just going to be looking at him. Now that's some good acting.
Nick, why are you so effing jealous that Charlie Kirk was married and you are still masturbating? I mean, that sounds like pure jealousy to me. Maybe that was her taste. I don't know. I wasn't there, you know. Now, I mean, sure, it seems like it was an arranged marriage. That don't mean that you can't fall in love with your husband. There are arranged marriages all around the planet where the husband and wife love each other. You wouldn't understand that because all you know is Pamela Anderson.
Now, you had me. Then I saw that clip. You know, maybe you had me when she did the first speech next to his chair. But when I saw that clip and she said, I'm not going to be able to focus with him in the room. He's too handsome. It's like...
This face is talking about whether or not Charlie Kirk was handsome? Nick, you only have had sex with your own hand. Or a male. Like, what are you even talking about right now? Who listens to this? Who listens to this? Please, God, somebody, if comment under the video, tell me that you listen to this, and I will do a whole show just to talk to you. I want to talk to the mind of somebody that actually listens to this and finds this compelling. It's like, yeah, let me follow this guy that doesn't get pussy.
Now that's some bad acting. That is some serious. That is a serious acting job.
Officer Tatum. You seen him? Officer Tatum, like, what? Are you the kind of guy who goes to the club and thinks all the girls surrounding your chair for your personality? Is that what you think it is? Is that you thought?
No, but I wouldn't expect another human being to be commenting on it. Like, why the hell does Nick care? It don't got nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? Like, why are you on my dick?
It was for your shape up when you tossing ones in the air. Can we be adults here? Can we at least be adults? And by the way, why is it that you are so protective of this union? Because aren't you the same one that was crying because you wasn't invited to none of the Charlie Kirk memorial events?
I was not invited to any of the Turning Point Faith events, which I'm one of the biggest Christians in the movement right now that stand up for Jesus Christ.
Won't God do it?
I do think it is wild that Officer Tatum said he would not cry if his wife passed away. He said he would not cry if his kids passed away, but he did cry when Charlie Kirk passed away.
Won't God do it? First, Vivek Ramaswamy being humbled by his quote-unquote supporters, they tore his ass up in the most racist way possible, by the way. Clip is also on.
I didn't even know that clip was coming, but that clip is coming.
Page, right? If you want to go look. On top of that, now Officer Tatum crashing out that he wasn't invited to the Turning Point memorial service for Charlie Kirk. But the funny part.
Get to the funny part. Get to the funny part.
The knee slapper.
Hurry up. Hurry up.
The knee slapper about this one, right? He said, "Oh, it's a reason why they didn't invite me. It's a reason why they didn't invite Kansas." And I'm thinking he's about to tell the truth because you're black. Fork found in fucking kitchen. You're black. Of course they ain't invite you. This man upset he wasn't invited to the Klan rally. He has Jennifer Lopez level of delusion, I swear.
Oh my God.
He said one of the donors probably told him not to. Bro, what the fuck? Raccoons just eating the garbage. I swear you can't make this up. The raccoons in the heart with these people.
But if and you know why they didn't want me in Turning Point Faith? Probably because a donor said we don't want Brandon in Turning Point Faith because of his beliefs.
And if that wasn't bad enough, you also went on record talking about how you, as being the man of the house, need to be a leader, and you would never cry in front of your wife, even if you lost your own kids.
No, this is great. This is great, right?
But you was up there with the ugly Viola Davis in the days after Charlie Kirk. That was you.
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
I cried for my wife.
Really?
I just wouldn't.
What if your kid died?
That's a different thing. I mean, I would try not to cry for my wife if my kid died.
To be like the support.
No, yeah, I'm her foundation. I'm her strong point.
This motherfucker tough, ain't he? Never crying for my wife. If the kids die, he gonna try not to cry then. Damn sure how to be the foundation.
I cry on my own, but if everything is going south, I want my wife to know I'm strong in that situation, and I can be. I don't have to cry.
Now this him with Charlie Kirk.
The restraint that Officer Tatum is showcasing right now, every Christian in this nation can relate to, because this is the type of stuff after something in Christ in such a tragic time. We still have to honor the word.
He sure is crying.
Right. That was his lover then, right? So you and Charlie was joined at the balls and butt. Sorry. Yeah. I mean, what other explanation could there be? I'm just saying.
Damn, this something say he wouldn't cry if his kids died. But this Charlie Kirk shit was just too much for him. Boy. Was a cry over that motherfucker master before they cry over their children.
That's
at least
wild.
He doing that man crying. He ain't snotty going on. Be fucked up if he was snotty. You snot crying for that motherfucker? Charlie Kirk wife did snot cry today.
Facts.
Boy, you must be close to turning.
Real close.
You must be one of them. Super cool. I know you was at Charlie Kirk funeral crying like a mother. Had your Turning Point USA shirt on and everything.
So I was not invited to any of the Turning Point Faith events, which I'm one of the biggest Christians in the movement right now.
I think you're using the wrong C word.
Right.
And by the way,
right. I'm one of the biggest Christians, like you one of the biggest coloreds.
shout out to Popo, the entertainer, without the nerve, who's having some censorship issues over at TikTok. Imagine that. They censoring my man, the real Pofo, while they got racist AI running rampant. And don't think that will go unaddressed. I got a video all about that coming up. It's the exact same kind of dichotomy and self-compromising that is emblematic of, quite frankly, you, Officer Tatum. Here we go from Stop Anti-Semitism says, Tucker Carlson will be the demise of the Republican Party. This man must be ostracized from public forums, insider circles, and every place in between. Otherwise, the GOP will morph into the radical abyss like the Democrats after failing to rein in AOC, Tlaib, Omar, in their ilk. Women of color? Is that what you mean? Stop Anti-Semitism? I think I picked it up. To which from Rep. Thomas Massey says 7K.
Oh, no.
Well done. Well done. I would vote for Thomas Massey if I was in his jurisdiction. Maybe. To which Brandon Tatum cannot resist and says 10,000%. Let me see if Thomas Massey got a 7K underneath that one too. But we got a comment wrong, Officer Tatum. You have to be the biggest Judas of all podcasts, you freaking Israel shill. You're obviously not paying attention to what all of us normies are thinking and saying. We are all pro Tucker, and we have figured you out. So apparently unfollowing you here and unsubscribing to your YouTube channel just wasn't enough to not have to see you. I mean, tell me about it. I never follow him here or on YouTube, and even I have to see him. You can't get away from him. He is the social media equivalent of those spam texts I get about refinancing my house. Officer Tatum is anti-free speech. I liked this guy at one point. It's funny how that happened. We are so protective of Charlie Kirk that we will not even allow criticism of his wife that is in defense of him. But we will not be so protective as to not utilize his silencing to silence other people. I tell you who wasn't silent, though. These comments. That's his opinion. Tucker is here to argue facts and truths, not opinions. Brandon still also believes the government, FBI, CIA, Mossad, and BlackRock, and that no one knows who Thomas Crooks is or was. Monkeys beat. That's your fan base. That is your fan.
Right. I guarantee you, it ain't me under there. It's not me.
These are the ones that have objected and packed up. Imagine how down bad the ones are that are left behind.
The biggest fall from grace and the downfall that needs to be studied is absolutely Officer Tatum on TikTok. This is someone that was handpicked by Charlie and helped develop Turning Point, or at least the movement, in a very broad way. Like, I actually loved his videos. I love his videos, actually, and his ideas. All of them, and if you're watching this, officer, like, all of your ideas, like, for the most part, I was rallying behind. I was
right. I love when you talk about how bad black people are, all right? Just get back to talking about black people. Stop talking about white people, Officer Tatum, all right? We don't like it when you do that, okay? No, you can't criticize us. That's not what you're here for, all right? Talk about how dumb black people are or go away.
And I'm really invested. Like,
I'm invested as long as you're making fun of black people.
Support a lot of things that you say, and just a lot of things that you have. A lot of respect.
Oh, we know what that means. We know exactly what that means.
But the downfall that you've had recently because of Israel and your stance on it, it's not like it's not just a stance, okay? You can have a stance on everything, right? You can have your stance on whatever the hell you want. It does not matter. It is your opinion, and move on. But it's not just a stance that you've had. It is a full-blown out defense on various different podcasts and interviews, and especially X is a huge defense of Israel.
Right. Get back to talking down on black people. All right, Officer Tatum, if you're not talking down on black people, they do not like you. All right. You should have did what Candace Owens did. If I'm being totally honest, you should have went the conspiracy route. All right. You should have went straight grift and said, you know what? I'm gonna theorize about who killed Charlie Kirk for the next year so I can get 6 million views on all of my videos. That's what you should have did. All right. And they would have still liked you. All right. But now you're turning on them. They don't like that.
And now that it's come out that Israel, not only the video of Netanyahu talking about how he needs to basically push out soldiers to brainwash people on X and on TikTok, he said we need control of those things, and the fact that it's been revealed that Israel will pay you $7,000 a video or a post, and sometimes even more than that.
Israel, Israel, $7,000 per post? Hey, lock me in for 10. Lock me in for 10 posts right now, Israel. All right? Hey, I mean, I'll give you a special if you want to do 20. As a matter of fact, money up front, I'll give you a discount at 20.
It's not looking good for you, even if you're just like honestly, staunchly just defending Israel on your own principles or whatever. Your defense it seems artificial. It seems too much.
Now, despite the fact that this is someone that I would never want to share a public space with, this man is out just taking a drive to clear his head at dusk, because that's the mindset that you have put him in. I mean, I have taken some L's. I've been upset in the crib about the way the game goes, and you just need to go out and clear your head. That's how you got your fans. That's how you got your fans right now. just out here picking up all sorts of move-in violations and casting suspicion on why they leaving at 2 in the morning. Where was you last night? How did you know? Because you know we already had trust issues. They killed us.
Like, why won't he just talk about black people?
Officer Tatum in these comments. I had to get away from it all. I had to.
Officer Tatum sold y'all out too? He defended Israel? Yeah, what made you think you thought he was gonna defend you? That man sold us out for a piece of cornbread and a spot on Master's couch.
Right, that's funny how he thinks that his defense of Israel isn't contrived, but his defense of police officers, his defense of Israel is contrived, but his defense of police officers isn't. No. All the time that he breaks his back to try to defend, these, black killings, that's not contrived though. Yeah, no. He's being honest. When he's talking about how all of these black people are guilty, he's being honest. When he's defending Israel, oh my God, it feels contrived.
That man didn't care about you. He following the money. I respect that. Following the money, going to get paid. Allegedly, he's getting paid by Israel. I can't confirm or deny that. Okay, so that's up in the air for y'all to decide that. But my thing is this: anytime you see a black man with a big audience, and most of his audience is white folk, he's probably not encouraging the black community to really build and grow and do better. He's not acknowledging the true reality of what has happened to a lot of black communities and why people are where they are, especially the mental state of mind.
Yeah, what he's saying is that if you have a lot of people that follow you that are not dark-skinned or they identify as light, they're not going to like that. Listen, it's not us that made it that way. They identify that way, and like the lady said, for them, their identity is often skin deep. And so they don't want to hear you talking about what actually happened to dark Americans or whatever it may be. And you know me, it's like, I'm not going to lean into it and be like, that's all I'm doing is that. But if it comes up, you already know. Like y'all seen what I did to Vince, right? I'm like, I don't care. You can say the N-word or whatever this may be, but the minute you start lying on black people or telling me about what happens in black American, I'm going to cut your ass up, all right?
Lack of funding, the lack of resources. The nearest thing being a damn a convenient liquor store or something like that, instead of like a bank or something that would actually benefit that community. So like when it comes down to his content, I stopped listening to his content a long time ago. But what really pissed me off about him is what he said in regards to Sonya Massey.
The fact that you ever even used to listen to him is making me suspicious of you. No offense. I'm gonna say I never ever used to. Oh, come on now.
Set me off.
That's like saying I used to be a Hassan fan, but when he started, like, you used to be a Hassan fan. Oh.
And I've lost respect ever since. So yeah, he does not care about y'all either. Like if he sold us out, he was definitely something y'all out.
Well, I can say thankfully I was never in that place, and I think generally as a community we were never in that place of having to get in the car because we knew exactly what it was when it came to Officer Tatum. But one thing that makes him somewhat unique is he actually tries to find a moral high ground for Cenat.
I literally had D.L. Hughley just yesterday say that I'm a voice for pushing white supremacist talking points, which is the stupidest thing you ever say. But when it first happened, when Trump it was an anomaly. Trump was never considered a racist, then they made him a racist. But then all the black people support him, people hated on you, but they really couldn't put their finger on it. They couldn't just call you a racist. That was a dynamic that didn't exist at the time. But then now it is absolutely crazy what they say now, because they were losing the battle of ideas when the anomalies occurred. Like if a person who was gay was supporting Republicans or supporting Christians or something, it was like their mind started popping because that's not in their bingo cards. And now they've morphed into finding a position to put you in now. Now they can openly say that you're working for the white man, and you're working for white supremacy, and you're traded to your race, or you're traded to your gender, or you're traded to the movement. And they've been able to morph that into reality. I think it's completely ridiculous.
Morph that into reality, really.
But they don't operate in reality. They operate off emotions, and they weaponize empathy to get the people that they don't like, that are saying the things that contradict their entire existence. They try to.
Who is he talking to? That's what I'm like. Why isn't he just saying this on his own show?
Pigeonhole you so people don't talk about you anymore, or at least they have a negative perception. They don't want to hear what you have to say. So now I'm framed as a black man who don't know my identity. I'm now a black man who love white people more than I love my own people, like they say. That I'm lost. I'm a slave on the plantation, which is obviously the complete opposite of what the reality is.
Oh. So let me get this straight. Are you under the impression that being a vehicle for the destruction of your own people is a new phenomenon?
Right, I'm like...
Is that what you're under?
That's what I'm confused about, too. I'm like, why is he acting like this just got made up yesterday? What are you talking about?
You feel like you broke new ground as a black MAGA? Is that what you think? Because...
Trip said I had to do it last night. What you talking about, Trip?
Malcolm and Martin were talking about this. I mean, W.E.B. Du Bois was talking about this. We saw this.
Well, Malcolm and Martin were this.
Back in the days of slavery. I don't understand. Is that what you looked at the ground and said, what would be the easiest way for me to make a mark? And I was like, well, ain't nobody black men speaking out against black people. So we gon', hey. Is that
right?
Is that what you thought? This is so obvious. We don't even have to call this out. We can outsource it to other people that can see the grift.
The fuck is wrong with you? You want to be these people so fucking bad that you are willing to grasp at any fucking straws. Are you serious? For every 500 white people that TPUSA had at any event that they do, they only invited one black person. You got like 25,000 people in that damn venue. You got about 50 black people up in there. And you think that's diversity? You think that's diversity? You think that that is acceptance? Wake the fuck up. Look at what they stand for. Look at what...
Outsider. No. You have chosen to cozy up to. I don't know if you saw, but the other conservatives are dropping ends on you. Even with all that dancing, you're still an outsider. No. Not on Elon Musk's website. They wouldn't use that kind of anti-black language. Now, Brandon Tatum had posted, Tucker is literally calling Charlie a heretic whom he despised, who also had a mind virus. Charlie was a Christian Zionist. And to which we get the response from Isabella Moody, you don't believe that Jesus Christ is Lord. You sell merch that says Jesus is Lord. You will bring your entire family to hell if you don't repent from this heresy. Oh. You should have never been a part of this movement to begin with.
Oh.
And, wow.
Wow.
She didn't put a my in there or nothing.
Woo.
She didn't put my or
damn.
She didn't go to
damn. Goddamn.
Yeah. We can't even say that because she wrote the whole thing out. And we know it wasn't autocorrect because she put a period at the end of it.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like flash on somebody talking down. Exactly. You're right. You already know how we do, bro. You know how we do. Like we check people right away. That's why they're so afraid. You know what I mean?
That was
and that's why that guy was saying, if you're a black dude that keeps it real about what's going on in black communities, chances are most of your followers are not going to be non-black, because most people that identify as non-black, they don't want to hear that shit. And like I said, don't bring it up to me then. Don't come up here talking all that racist shit. Don't say nothing about what percentage of black people commit what percentage of crimes, or I'm gonna cook you.
As intentional and in. Didn't even have it in the context of the rest of the paragraph.
Tripp said he had to deal with he had to flash on a musty Haitian.
It was on his own.
Shout out the Haitians, you know what I mean? I don't have no problems with the Haitians, just the musty ones.
Just sitting there lonely. You know, like Officer Tatum and Black Magnum, like just sitting there all by itself. That was an intentional of this is how I feel about you, as anybody is capable of. But even then, you won't take the hint, now will you? Now here is Officer Tatum alongside the woman that just dropped ends.
Real quick, can you just quickly introduce yourself to the audience, and I guess we'll kind of get right into it after, because I know we got limited time.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know me, I'm the Officer Tatum, a.k.a.
I mean, ill, right? Like, look at this, ill. Like, it makes no sense for you women to hate black women or black people so much when, of course, you know, you crave, you know, black penis so thoroughly, and all you guys do is get plastic surgery to look like black women. It makes no sense.
Hey, Talmud,
like, why don't you guys just stay with your flat bodies, stay with your flat booties, stay with your no lips, and then you can have some room to make fun of black people. But you can't make fun of black people while you're getting surgery to look like them. That's crazy.
See in the description says, tell me I'm the Officer Tatum, a.k.a. Talmud Tatum. See in the description says, Talmud Tatum steams for some of y'all. But anyway, man.
I will give Brandon Tatum credit for that, like having a good sense of humor and being able to be kind of self-deprecating and lean into the insult. That's what I do. I call myself the Orange Woman because that's what a bunch of people on a Blaze show, the old Blaze show.
It's because you paint your entire self in makeup and you get a bunch of suntans so you can look darker, because you know in your mind, I'm not saying this is true, but in your mind, you believe that black people look better. Think about it. Why do they call you orange? You know why they call you orange? Because you're trying to look black by making your skin darker. Otherwise, you would just try to be more pale like they do in China. In China, they don't get suntans. They want to be more pale because they like white skin. You guys are addicted to black people and you're intimidated by us, so you make fun of us while trying to be us.
What was it called? I am here Sydney Watson, that bitch, that feminist C-U-N-T. Anyways, everyone was like, orange, she's orange woman. I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna call myself the orange woman. And lately, everyone's like, wow, you're so hateful. So I'm like, okay, now my personality online is being a hateful bitch. I lean into the insults. So I'm gonna give Officer Tatum some credit there. But that's it.
And this is what she posted afterwards.
Ew.
Brandon Tatum might be a low IQ simp for Israel, but at least he can embrace a joke insulting him. You tried to be self-deprecating, and they went with low IQ in all caps. With low IQ in all caps.
Oh my God.
And by
no.
the way, this is a woman who went viral after she showcased her baby dropping ends. The so-called traditional wives, which we all knew was nonsense and BS. The fact Isabella Moody groomed her husband when he was 17 while being in a long-term relationship makes her whole trad wife image so hilarious. Why do you people eat it up? I don't know why he eats it up, but I tell you this, he probably ate up that APAC contribution though. I bet you he ate that up already.
I hope he did. APAC, if you want to make a contribution, I'm trying to tell you, I will give you a discount on 20 posts. Send that check.
Have they added to that yet? And this is the
eating the whole chicken is diabolical. Put the whole drumstick. That's diabolical.
Character and quality.
Who eats a whole leg like that? One more time. Look at this. Who does this?
Already. Have they added to that yet? And this is
who eats a whole leg. All right.
The character and quality of person dropping ends in low IQ on you, but you have positioned yourself in such a way where you can't even call out the racism because you've let far too much racism go up to this point. You want one more? While you shed followers and esteem because of your support for Israel, you're not even listed as one of the major pro-Israel influencers. Quote, here's the list. Looks like you're so irrelevant you didn't make the cut. They probably figure you're so stupid that you'll do it for free.
Damn!
Man. They doing you bad out here, bro.
God
like,
damn.
I ain't seen a black MAGA get dragged like this since, well, I guess since Stephen A. earlier this week when he tried to come for
earlier this week.
Stephen A. Smith, we're going to be on your fucking neck, on your nasty, raggedy fucking neck because you keep coming for black
my
women.
God.
And I know that people are going to be
all
like...
All right, calm down, sister. All right, we're not mad at Stephen A. today. He got his already, all right? Did y'all see that, by the way? Guys, Stephen A. came out and apologized in 2 days.
Amongst black MAGA?
Notorious homosexual Rob Smith had this to say about me.
So that Andre Williams dude who makes his whole TikTok platform about basically talking crap about black people just got packed up at that rally. And it's really a cautionary tale in terms of sort of like...
this is like, we are in the barrels of society right now. These two guys are going at it? Oh,
what
right.
these new MAGA sort of like right-leaning influencers are doing. There's nobody around this dude. Nobody had his back. So he's running around here thinking that somebody was going to be helping him out and supporting him because he's got some followers on social media. You have to find something other to talk about than black people.
Who the fuck?
I hate to say this, but it has to be said, all right? You know how, like, when couples get together, they say that the woman takes on the image of the man? Well, it's because the man is constantly dumping DNA inside her, right? So if a man is dumping DNA inside you, it makes sense that at some point, that DNA is gonna have effect on your genealogy, your thought process. That's why women are so attached to men, especially when, they have sex, right? Because they're dumping DNA in them, right? Okay, if this guy is a gay man, right, I'm gonna assume his partner is Caucasian. I'm just saying, right? Like, if a lot of DNA is being dumped in you, can you blame him, right? Can you blame him for taking on the identity of? Listen, man, I don't have anything against these people. I would never even know them or see them if I didn't see them on here. I'm just making an observation, all right?
Followers on social media, you have to
listen. We're making jokes up here, real offended, all right?
find something other to talk about than black people.
Who the fuck are you calling new? I didn't join in the last election. I was supporting Trump long before it was MAGA, when it was early young nationalists supporting him.
Yeah, I don't care about it. I'm not gonna lie. I can't listen to this. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to call it a wrap right there. Yeah, we're gonna have to call it a day with that because, I mean, it's like, that last joke I just made. I mean, I can only do that now, and I just don't see this going well because if he comes back on
Donald Trump back in 2015, you don't get the views or the attention because you're boring and bland.
Is this plastic surgery? All right.
No one wants to listen to that shit. But people like me are authentic and not fucking paid for. So continue to suck Israel and be a prime example for why people hate black conservatives.
This is the same guy that was folded up on the street the other day.
Did your head just explode the way that mine did?
Right. Yes, it did. Yes, it did. I'm like, what the?
Oh no,
fuck?
we don't have to talk about that.
What the hell?
They got a whole Black MAGA civil war going on. Is that what? I need to. Is this like new and old past generations of Black MAGA? I'm like, I am here for this. I will be back. Hey, Officer Tatum, you might have to pick sides.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna call it a day right there. Listen, thank you, Trip. I appreciate it, bruh. Thank you, everybody in the chat. If you want to see me debate throughout the week, go follow me on TikTok because they love me over there. And yeah, I don't even know what to make of that last one. Look out for the clips, I guess. Join the Discord. Son of a, yeah, that shit. Wow. Look, go click on my page, all right? Join this Discord and drop any links that you want me to look at in that Discord, please, all right? And I'll look at it next time. Thank you, Trip. Thank you, Reality. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys later, man. I'm out of here, man. This is